Go.
Go.
Oh, excuse me, I was about to start talking. Alright. Welcome to Dragons in the Dining Room. This is the Wanderers. The Idless chapter. We are coming close to the end here. Last we left off, the team had escaped from the active Rhoda volcano, which was trying to swallow them alive with lava.
That was fun.
And after escaping, they sort of tried to recover their wounds in town, and the next day they set out for the desert, which Nine had detected that the next and possibly final encounter is going to be the desert. So which they went to the mining operation at the Tabola mines.
Yep.
Looking for brilliant way across the channel.
Oh yes, our brilliant way
right,
across
yes.
the channel.
So the way the land is shaped, they were at a coast like this, and there's a forest down here, so they could have gone all the way down this way to a dock and take a boat all the way this way, or they could have gone through the forest and then back around, because the mines are over here but there's water in the middle, and the team decided they would water walk on their horse for 3 hours.
Heck yeah!
To cross a large channel of water.
Yeah!
The mines exist on a peninsula, and we decided to walk across the water rather than travel distances.
Like normal
people. Like normal people.
When have they ever heard that we're normal?
So, on their water adventure, they encountered a group of sharks, and a certain somebody used a certain spell
Which
that
I
a
could
certain
not,
DM does not enjoy.
I could not get a clip of that.
It's
I
clips.
wanted. Did it get
It's
clipped?
clips.
Good.
Yep.
Spirit
Spirit guardians, to ward the sharks away,
Baby shark.
and then they made it to the shore of the mines. They traveled around the mines, got inside the mining building. To which, shortly after that, Kaylin found her brother. Her brother Donald. And they had a brief discussion. The party doesn't like Donald because he wants to stay here also.
It's not that we don't like him, we just don't agree with his decision.
But Kaylin and Donald say they're fine, and Donald goes his own way. He agreed to not try to stop them, unlike somebody's crush who was actively trying to stop them.
That counts as a crush. Thanks.
She's stubborn and bullheaded.
You do like grandmas. Well, sorry, I'm sliding and stretch.
From the Tabola mines, they found a boat which took them to the oasis, the Gotor Oasis. They traveled in the desert for a short period of time before they came across the oasis, and they shacked up for the night at one of the.
Me.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as it's not the paladin's time.
Mini?
I
No
have.
more paladin? What's my mini box?
So, where we left off is
You want
at
to
that
start
inn, and we passed the night, which I believe now it is, if I'm correct,
What? Horses.
Hunt Moon 5.
Yes.
Yeah, because my.
Oh wait, is this the festival day?
And once the cook returns, we'll ask her what the
Boy,
laws of the day are.
yeah, Hunt Moon 5 was present day, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Weird. Is the box minis or a box of minis?
It's a box of minis. It's many minis.
Oh, hey. We have an Utgar mini.
Yeah?
It is the morning of Hunt Moon 5, and you all wake up. Your beds are not fantastic. It's a small oasis town of maybe 20 people.
Could you grab me Xanthor's Guide to Everything, please?
Yes, please.
Can't have to get too close.
I figure I'll do this. That way it's
I don't see it.
What's that?
Xanthars.
Did it get turned around, or is it still in your bag?
Is what's my bag?
Xanthars.
It shouldn't be. How to draft table. Oh, it's
see,
Why would I
PHB,
have that last?
Sword Coast, DMG,
I'll look.
DMG, Storm King.
Yeah, I don't see a Xanthars.
I have a PhD and that's it.
Monster Manual.
I'm not sure where Xanthars ran off to then.
It's not with me.
I haven't had it in a while.
Wait, what's that? Above gestures.
That looks like a Xanthars.
CH or CK?
We found it.
CH.
Zatchbell. Oh my god, Zatchbell.
I don't know.
No.
Somebody was looking for
Who
it.
needs Xanthars?
Me.
Zatchbell is cool.
They're just a pair of legs.
I didn't.
With like those
I
spell
don't want
books.
to be like the doll.
Where's
It's
the
like
body that goes to it?
I don't know.
How do we have half a mini?
Like literally.
Somebody got
I
hungry.
don't know.
so. Remember when that famous word to say how you want to do it? Just throw that mini out. Just be like,
Right.
How you want to do it? That's how.
It is the morning of Hunt Moon 5.
What are the laws today?
You can't do anything.
Not today, Satan. That's the law today.
Okay, there was something that was wonky on your sheet. I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember either.
is it a magic sword?
So we'll have to
Did
go
it have
over
to do
it.
with her lay on hands?
Question
or-
mark.
I don't get lay on hands. Or never mind.
I have
No, but there was something wonky on your sheet when I NPC'd you.
I don't remember.
I don't remember what it was either.
Can we look
but I
correct
remember
it?
it was something. Yeah. What are the laws today?
Hang on.
Yeah. No.
I wish I could grab some of these ranger spells from Xanthar.
Right?
Like absorb elements.
Where is she?
Number 3.
Number 3.
Yep.
Forbidden to use acid, recommended poison.
Yes.
Cool.
And that is all you see today.
Oh. Well, I will share that with the group.
I don't like this.
Yes, poison.
You thought the same thing I did? That's kind of foreboding.
Yeah. Like I said, it is Presence Day, so maybe he's giving us the presence of death. Sorry.
The smell of a
I do too.
a non-fantastic breakfast. It's food. You smell food.
Gotcha.
It doesn't smell mouth-watering, but you smell
That's meat.
I didn't make you guys
being-
breakfast in bed with eggs and bacon and hash browns.
No.
And, oh,
Please.
okay.
I mean, you can if you want to. Be up to wake up pretty early.
Okay, that's cool. That's all I need.
Get it here.
There's a
Cheesley?
mini. Oh wait, no, that's not.
Yes, make sure everyone has many as well.
That's not Andros, right? Right there on the thing.
No, that's a lot.
I lost 8 names.
She's dead.
8 names.
Yeah. She's dead.
8 names.
She's dead.
She's dead, Jim.
She's right here.
Oh, I was looking for plastic ones, that's why.
You're too
Sorry.
good from that hole.
Okay.
Okay.
So again, the smell of nondescript food wafts through the air. It's nothing special.
One is party.
Then it's time to go get food.
Eat and go.
There
All the food
is
is-
a conjure bacon spell. It's called Hero's Feast.
Yes, there is conjure
Huh?
bacon.
Could I add tater tots to that, please?
Yes, it's the Hero's Feast.
Oh.
Hey, Captain, welcome back.
Does anybody want to do anything other than wake up and go eat?
At the moment, no.
Okay.
Is there any vendors or merchants or anything like that?
No.
It's just pretty.
It's you're not even sure why people live here.
What is
It's an oasis.
here?
What is here?
What is here?
As you step outside and look around, you see a couple of homes. If you had to say, there's maybe 20 people that live in this town. It's
Wow.
just on an oasis. It's
So like 3 families.
yeah, 3 or 4 families.
Oh, that's amazing.
So it's like.
Do they have any last names of Lannister?
There is a stand where there's a fire going. It looks like somebody's manipulating glass.
Okay.
Ooh.
But
That's familiar.
Yes.
I swear to God, it's nothing to do with what you guys watched. It's because you guys are in a desert. So there, of anybody busy, you see somebody making something in glass, and you see a small windmill turning.
Food.
Well, this place is definitely going now.
And the tavern you're at, there's almost nobody in here besides the person who was cooking. who also is the person who welcomed you guys last night.
Well, I go check. I want to go check on the horses.
Okay.
Yeah.
You step outside.
Do you need help?
No, I'm good.
The horses are fine. They're hot because you're in the desert.
I
They're
make sure they have plenty of water, and I feed them, and I pet them, and I remind them how wonderful they are.
you have a decently large pool of water where the oasis is.
Yeah.
I wish to try to find someone to speak about the dangers of the desert as we are heading to the northwest. It was northwest, right? From your last magic fingers.
Actually, it's northeast.
Correct.
Okay, so northeast.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
The northeast.
Okay. You look around. Are you looking for anyone in particular? Are you gonna ask the innkeeper?
I am looking for someone who looks kind of rugged.
Okay. You find, as you look around, you find an older man sitting with kind of that leathery type of face. You know, he's been here a long time.
Oh dear God, we have found Decker King.
You see him sitting on the
Oh,
porch of his
really?
house. It's a small house. It's one of those mud and
Very, very fine.
pre-concrete type of buildings.
Gotcha. I shall approach him and say, Bahamut's blessings upon you, sir. May I use your knowledge for the desert?
What do you want to know?
I wish to know if there are any dangers to the northeast of here. We will be traveling through there, and this will be our first time.
Well, you're talking about the Delia.
Yes.
Well, the Delia is actually sort of a touristy spot. I know this sounds weird. People come through the oasis all the time, which I figured is why you guys are here. You're going for the Quiet Sands, aren't you?
I actually have no recollection of that.
There's a spot sort of right in the middle of the dunes where it's totally quiet.
No sound? No wind?
sound.
No nothing?
Nope. You can feel the wind, but you don't hear it. You open your mouth to speak and you can't hear anything.
There goes the paladin spells.
It's quite interesting. People come by to take a look because you hear your blood vessels moving. It's so quiet you hear nothing. It's interesting.
What about the creatures out there? Is any antlions?
Yeah, I mean there's
bombs.
standard deserts. Your bombs, your antlions, your what are those things called with the shells? They're like turtles, but they're better than
Oh, tortoise.
whatever they are.
Tortoise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tortoise.
The desert tortoises.
Ah, gotcha.
Hey, maybe we can get carrot for him.
That's weird. By chance, do you know of any spots or a path or we could take to get there safely? That does sound quite interesting.
There's not much out there. Just be careful of the actual dunes. The hills of sand. You try to go up those and you might sink in.
Oh. Oh.
There's not like quicksand or any environmental dangers to be worried about. At the lowest part of your walking path, the sand's maybe only half a foot, if that.
Alright.
But if you go up the dunes, it's quite troublesome.
Half a foot. That's 1/3 my height.
I will
You better ride one of those horses then.
I will give Bahamut's blessings and prayers on him and hand him 1 gold for his information.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I'm just taking care of the horses. I'm gonna curry them, I'm gonna pet them, and I'm gonna give them any leftover dried vegetables from the rations, and I'm just really telling them how wonderful they are, because if there's a chance they don't get to come with us in this world, I want them to know they're loved.
It's very kind of you.
That's so funny.
Very, very sweet.
Right?
Until he dies.
But what if the world snaps back and they remember Nine, but she's not there?
Depressing.
And they just wander the world trying to find her.
I just see my heart. There.
You just broke Nine's heart.
Like generations of horses. Like there was this woman. She took care of us. She was so good. If you happen to find her, she's like. And then like 40 years later, she's super old and she happens to see.
So now that Taya has completely destroyed
Nine's heart.
I'm sorry.
I'm
No, you're not.
going to.
Thank you, Seekazilla, for 100 bits. Yay.
I'm going to wander around and see if there's anything about that might provide assistance in traveling through the desert. Such as maybe wagon?
No. This isn't so much trade as it is a place for people to stop on their way through.
And I'm going to look at one of the randoms walking around. Why do you stay here?
For some of us, it's ancestral. We've been some of our families have been here for generations and generations. There's supposedly something magic about the oasis, but we've never been able to figure it out. Sometimes after we've used oasis water, it's there again. But we figure there's a spring beneath the ground.
Have you ever dove down to see what's under the water?
No, some forces are better left. It's now unknown.
Doesn't curiosity get the better of you?
It did of the cat.
And it came back.
With
The
satisfaction.
very next day.
Wow.
Oh, that was painful.
And for some of us, like that family over there, he points to one of the houses.
Okay.
They're here because there's nobody else. It's an exile from civilization. They want somewhere safer like this that's not a jag where they can die.
Well,
It's kind of a getaway. It's tropical. It's nice here.
sure.
As I'm shaking the sand out of my chainmail and scales. Like,
Well,
It's just gonna be one of those eyebrow raised things.
Out of your meal.
Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you.
but
wait, I have chainmail.
I've noticed that's
I'm sorry.
I'll inform you later. Chainmail is historically inaccurate.
Honey, don't worry about it.
I-
It's called chainmail in D&D. Leave it alone.
that's Ben speaking. Not
No,
what Joe
now
said
that
when
it's
you
now
said
that now that I understand, I'm on that bandwagon. Chainmail isn't a thing.
It's D&D. Leave it alone.
Okay.
Swish, swish.
Your fantasy armor.
an armor composed of chain
Out here
links.
is medieval. It's rated.
A full set of armor composed of chain links.
I would like to. Okay.
Before you did that, he's gonna say, and I don't know, maybe people are getting tired of it, but
Can you break
I've
my
seen there's a couple people we haven't seen in a while. Maybe they left.
What do you mean?
No?
Thank you, Seekazilla.
Yay! Thank you again.
Woo!
It's Malay.
Mail. M-A-I-L-L-E.
The chat has spoken.
Malay.
I don't know. There's Jameson. He usually wanders around, and we haven't seen him in a couple of days. I went to his house, and he's not there. Maybe he left
And how recently did this occur?
a couple days ago.
Oh, there have been changes throughout the world. You're not the only ones to notice that people have gone missing. Some have just vanished.
Oh, I hope that doesn't happen to me.
Maybe we can find the source of it. We are traveling into the desert where rumor has it there's something important out that way. Why are you yelling at me?
Is there
Oh
any...
my gosh.
Seekazilla, thank you again
Lordy.
for donating all sorts of bits.
Oh my gosh.
44 of them.
There, that's
Last I've got.
I've got all these pennies.
I'm going to just rub them off my body.
You're gonna throw caltrops all over your body.
Yes,
Okay.
I like it. You,
Oh my. Okay.
question.
To who?
You,
DM.
the DM.
Okay.
As I'm filling the water skins, because we're most likely we have a lady who can make water, but at the same time, is there any vendors here that sell water skins, extras by chance?
Oh, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
I have one on me, and that's it.
We might need more than one.
Yeah, you know, you look around and there is somebody selling stuff, kind of like a general goods.
I wish to approach him and see if he has any water skins.
Yes.
How many does he have?
Considering the area where he is doing business, he does have water skins. He has 3 of them available.
How many each?
wolf.
No.
Bahamut smite you for this injustice.
And I'll sell all 3 to you for 10 silver.
Done. Wait, isn't 10 silver 1 gold?
Yes, 1 gold.
Why would you make me do math? It's my day off. I buy them. What else does he have? Anything like spectacular?
It's mostly junk.
Okay.
It's mostly stuff that you would buy for gifts. What's the word I'm looking for? When you go to like a drugstore and they have that rack of what am I looking for? Keepsakes.
Knickknacks.
Yeah, knickknacks.
Paddywhack? Give the frog a loan?
Yeah, give the frog a loan.
Yes, I'm going to buy the water skins and then immediately fill them for the journey ahead. And
Yeah, and are you filling them in the oasis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
As you fill one, the water's cool.
Ooh.
Hey, does this water have any kind of divine sense to it? Paladin power on.
So, do you fill all 3?
Huh?
Do you fill one and sense first, or do you fill all 3?
I'm near the water, so I'm just generally sensing
Okay.
it.
Dinner is
Like warm.
As you fill the first one, it's cool to the touch,
Mhm.
even through the water skin, but there's nothing else special about it.
Everybody else got a piece.
I drink some.
It's cool, refreshing water, even though there's no ice.
Okay, refill the water skins.
We were
and-
good, so we got treats.
So no like about it.
When you fill your second one, you get a sort of strange, peculiar spidey sense to it.
Okay.
And when you fill your third one, your third one, you can sense some sort of divine nature coming from it.
Ooh.
Mark that water skin special.
Yes, I'm gonna graphite. I think it's what you have in your pack usually.
Yeah, you can mark it somehow.
Yeah, I'll grab with that. I walk over to.
Graphite on leather.
It's more just a like scribble.
Scribbly stuff.
Yes.
Yes!
Hey,
More of
no.
the scribbly stuff.
Hey, Nine.
Yeah,
Question.
of course. It's about horses.
And sadly, no.
Oh, that
Do
is
you
sad.
have any ability to give us water breathing? What?
We're on the
Actually,
same page.
Okay.
now that you mention it, yeah,
I
I
know
do.
you.
How?
It's a third level spell.
What is it?
Water
Water
breathing.
breathing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gonna cast it?
Do I need to right now?
I kind of look at you and I go, something is very peculiar about this water, and I sense divine.
Yeah, I can make lightning shoot, or I
Hey,
can make a
Felix!
stroke on the
There's
water.
something peculiar about the water. I want to check out what's going on down there.
I hear
Or I
from.
can make us breathe underwater.
I go.
I got you, brother.
I got the finger guns on the guy.
Did you get that thing I sent
Gotcha,
you?
man.
You weren't near me, so I had to do it myself. I can't just be like, oh, meta knowledge, here he
I just
is.
need to look up water breathing.
No, that's why I did what I did.
I did write down
I'm
how
on the
many
other
people
side of
target.
town.
His
Hey,
name is
stop.
the same as water well.
I think so.
How many people can you cast on?
That's what she's looking at.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm playing around with the concept that we're on two sides of the town coming to the same conclusion.
Well, I figured if she didn't have it, maybe.
That's stuck in my head, by the way.
It's the worst one always.
Right?
So there's a
Every time.
there's a spell to shoot you up in the water. Is there a spell to shoot you down in the water? Other than drowning.
What if you can do it backwards?
What
Yes.
are you guys giggling about?
For 24 hours, it'll work up to 10 people.
What are you giggling
Okay.
about?
Exploding kittens.
I'm used to the
I
different
love
door
that
not
game.
being completely closed. So I walked up the door and went,
I actually have the Exploding Kittens game.
it's called M80s and
Okay.
Oh, not cool. Okay.
So what's going on?
I cast. Wait, is anyone
Let's-
else going down with us?
Let's do this as a party.
We're going down together, man.
What are we doing now?
Dive
I want
into
to
the
cast water
oasis.
breathing on the horses and take them with.
No! Please no, we need them alive.
They will be alive. They can breathe underwater.
They might have a heart attack because they can breathe underwater.
Yes.
What if they eat them?
Do you not remember the horses panicking as we were going across the water, which they don't normally do? They're not seahorses.
I could make little fins for their legs, and we could get some cloth, and a lure could help me, and we can make them seahorses and be legends.
Are you like? I'm just curious.
She's
I'm gonna.
channeling her inner
Do you see that? Do you see
I was-
that man over there?
No, I was
He's
just.
smoking a pipe, and he let me have it. And I feel really good now.
She's channeling
But I
her
want
inner
breakfast
Kiwi.
again.
All I'm thinking is just Edward Coon.
Oh.
It's just a D4.
It was so many years ago. Yeah.
Too soon.
Also-
just like Simba.
Yeah, you see 3 or 4 people just
Simba.
walking around. And as you guys convene at the waterfront, I mean, they're watching you. You're being watched.
Yes.
You realize that if we mess this up, we're gonna get run out of town.
Word.
There's 4 people. Who's gonna run us out?
That was epic right there.
Instead, they just go.
Get out of my swamp.
Yeah, seriously.
That was
That was
epic
good.
right
I
there.
do convey to them about the things I learned about the sands and the silent sands and whatnot, and I was like, but there is something really peculiar about this water, and it's divine, and that just piques my interest.
Now,
And
are
as
you
well as
using divine as a descriptor or as an adjective?
I'm using divine as a description actually, because I can't say adjective yet.
Exactly.
Yes, just yet.
Like, this wine is divine.
Yeah.
No.
Ah.
No, Captain Soda here.
Oh! Shh! Don't give him ideas! No!
So he stumbles over to you and goes, "Finger of death."
Lulu, what are you doing here?
He turned into a Tunberry.
No.
Would that be 1,000 years of pain?
Freaking death.
Yeah.
Doom.
I hate Doom so
And
much.
trust me, Doom was part of it. I'm just going to tell you guys this. The things you're going to go up against the next 2 sessions have Doom, and I took that away.
Good, because that's cheating.
For any of you who don't know what Doom is, it's an ability in the game. If you get marked with Doom, you die in 3 turns.
Oh.
3 times?
It's
Thank you,
3.
thank you for taking that away. Thank you.
I
Or
want it to
30
be tough, but I don't want it to be unfair.
We want to live.
The only way we would be able to take that would be lesser curse.
And
Curse removal
Restoration.
or angel rings.
Yeah.
And restoration, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's a status.
Well, lesser restoration only cures paralyzed, blind, confused.
But Doom doesn't exist in D&D, so
Yes.
would it work?
It's a status effect.
Gotcha.
So.
I'm glad Doom's not in it. We're not ready for that. Can I get a ribbon? I want a ribbon really bad.
A ribbon.
A ribbon.
Ribbon. In almost every Final Fantasy, if you wore a ribbon, you were immune to almost every status effect.
Yep.
It's because it makes you so damn cute.
Yes.
It's
Can I put ribbons on all the horses?
Yes.
anyway. Water breathing.
Yes, water breathing.
Well, I'm sorry. We do have 2 sessions.
And we scuba Steve in it.
Okay, we go to the oasis and I'm like, hey guys, watch this. And I dive into the water.
And everyone starts
And
to
then
fade away.
I pop back up. Come with me. And down I go.
Water's cold.
Woo! It's good.
The air is hot. The water is cold, and it's
High
colder.
beams are on.
They are now.
Do you start diving underneath?
Yeah.
Does your
Okay.
tail shrink too?
No, I use my tail. I wag my tail to make me back.
I'm a dragonborn. I don't have that issue.
Is anybody else going in the oasis, or is it just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we even breathe above water now?
Yes. It
Okay.
just allows you to breathe underwater. You
We
become
don't get
amphibious.
gills. We just, I take the water skins and install them into my neck.
I'm looking confused because all I got was watch this, and she jumped in the water. Like, yay! You
And
can
then I
swim.
came back up and went, come with me.
Right? Yay! She can swim.
I kind of go.
Can we feel
Well,
a
Felix,
magical effect on us?
Felix, you asked me to do it, and I told
Right.
you yes, and I did. I assumed you communicated.
We just put a lightning witch into the water.
Yeah, we did. What?
I'm thinking.
Are you going fishing?
No, I'm thinking. Oh, this is gonna be really fun to try to swing a sword on the water. But I'm still going in.
What do we?
And the water's cold, but you have cold resistance, though, right?
That's right, because
Okay, you're fine.
I'm like, yeah, I like this.
Who all is going in the water?
So how deep is it?
Ooh, I want to make prestidigitation to make smoke on the water.
And there is fire in the sky. The sky is actually still red.
That's how I want to
I'm
make
still
smoke on the water.
confused because nobody tells me what's going on.
We just said we're going in the water. We said that.
Yes, great, you're swimming.
Can we feel a magical
nobody-
effect on us, DM?
We're going
Huh?
in. You
Can
just
we
bubble.
feel a magical effect on us, DM?
I will get there as soon as we figure out Xanth soon.
Okay. I'm
Everybody
never
just went swimming.
Okay,
Yeah.
you standing there?
Oh no,
Okay.
no! I have to change. I'm in a dress.
You're in the water now.
So am I.
I'm in chainmail, so I'm just sinking, probably like.
You're starting to sink.
Yeah.
You guys can't see the bottom from here.
By the
It's
way,
that deep.
DM,
I'm going to.
I know better. So before I jump into the water, I would take my leather off.
Okay,
So I'm just in the under
sure.
dress, which
Okay.
is probably now see-through because it's white.
So as you guys are going, all 5 of you are going down at the same time.
Yep.
Okay.
Light. I actually said that physically. Hey, light. Because I can't light a torch. Someone, light. Anyone, light. Aziz!
Shark.
No, that's drum. Never mind.
I can do minor illusion for a light, maybe.
No, you
No, you can't.
Oh no, because that doesn't do light, sound, or other
Sorry.
stuff. Never mind.
Can't do it.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. I mean, people got dark vision, right? Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You don't.
I don't. I'm Dragonborn.
I'm gonna be blind.
Those two are gonna be. You two are gonna
That's because this DM hasn't
Well-
made the same host roll in it.
It's what, 100 meters down in the water before light's not visible? Things like that?
Well, I mean, it depends on the clarity of the water.
Depending on the situation.
If you're in Lake Superior,
You get about 30 feet. You can't see.
Well, that's muck and nastiness. So am I sensing any more as we're descending?
what does your sense give you?
60 feet, I can sense divine, celestial, fey, and...
Not fae.
Not fair.
Not fey?
No,
Celestial,
it's celestial,
fiend.
fiend, and
From-
undead.
From being slightly under the surface of the water, no, you don't get any extra feeling. You have a sort of pulse that leads you down into the water, but you don't have any definitives.
Celestial, fiend, or undead is the...
Yes, water breathing does let you speak underwater. It just doesn't travel very far.
Yes. Also, we have this thing called linked shell, which if we...
Which you didn't specify.
Oh, okay.
Um,
If I would have been... Then I would have been like...
So okay, you have a sense that's pulling you down, but you can't determine what it is.
Yeah.
How long have they been gone now?
They're under the surface of the water. They haven't gotten down yet.
Right, but how long have they been submerged?
10 seconds.
Okay, and I'm still not gonna worry.
And the 5 of you are going down now.
Yeah.
Okay. It's getting hard for you to see. Anybody with dark vision can see. Okay. You can see.
Stand-up, are you coming?
Why are we going for a swim?
Velik says there's something neat in the water, and I wanted to make the horses breathe underwater too, but he wouldn't let me do that because then they'd be seahorses and they don't have fins. But we can breathe under here now. Will you come with?
What?
Velik doesn't like seahorses.
Hold
They'll
on.
come breathe.
As she's talking, you can see little bubbles in the water.
The what was more trying to piece
Yeah, I
together.
know. Wait, I mean, you can hear what she's saying, but as you look at the oasis, you can't see them.
Yep.
But you can see.
Well, and she did say we can breathe underwater.
Yes.
I'm not there. I can't say it. Dang it.
How are you not
You're
there?
in the water.
Shell?
You're in the water and you have a link shell. You can hear everything across the link
Oh,
shell.
that's right. Okay. So the locals aren't like getting pitchforks, right? Just making sure.
They seem amused.
They're laughing at us.
Oh. Could you get your butt down here, please?
Ooh, yeah, food.
We're
all
gonna
I want to
die.
get food.
Go. Now.
You guys sink another 10 or 20 feet.
We're going now.
Who is everybody but Alex have dark vision?
Yeah, I can't see.
I don't.
You
These
don't?
two are blind.
Okay. The two of you have gotten so deep that you actually cannot see now.
Okay.
I will be holding on to a lure.
Okay.
Thank you.
As you guys can look up,
This is what you see. A claw just on your head like this.
you guys can look up and you can see the ridge of the water where you're at, and you can see the sun in the sky, and you can see the break of the water. But when you look down, it's dark. It's totally dark.
So, how far have we fallen now?
You're about 25 feet down.
I'm gonna start paddling and swimming as hard as I can. And as I pass the two of them, noticing that they've stopped and they're like going. I'm gonna grab them by the ankles and yank.
The two of you feel yourselves being dragged down.
It would sound globally if
Do I
two
descend
were
faster
wobbly.
with chainmail?
Link.
Yes,
Yes.
but I'm not using my
Okay.
thing.
So, you're pulling me, but my chainmail is just making me fall faster, so I'm just like, this works.
I'm wearing chain too.
Okay, so we're both going, woo.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, really?
No!
Yeah.
Equalize!
But yeah, as I run by, I'm just gonna grab them by the ankles and drag
With
for
the
like
DM like a bull.
10 feet and let
Yes.
go.
Thank you.
I will get it.
I do need everyone to make a con save except for Velis.
Oh, cold. Ha! Wait, I still take half damage.
Oh crap.
Oh, okay.
That's okay.
Not from. Okay, do you want to roll?
Well, no, it's fine. I got
Don't argue with the DM when he says don't roll.
Yeah, will you close the door, please?
I will
I
grab.
just killed two.
I will grab food.
I just like seen him just like. Whoosh.
Yeah.
Did anybody roll less than a 10? Xanthip, what was your con save?
He stepped out, but he was like 14.
He's back.
Con save was either 18 or a 19.
And Caitlin? 7? Okay.
Yeah.
You Caitlin, you realize that this is chillingly cold. Like the first day we went out at the pit.
Oh.
See, that was cold. That was barely.
Worse than that though.
Ah.
And it doesn't make sense because you're in the desert.
Ah. Little protein there?
What?
She pulled out a hair of her beef stroganoff.
Sorry.
So,
What?
Kaylin, you are going to take
No, I was
1 point of cold
But
ouch.
still, 1, 2.
You have frostbite on your fingertips.
No, that would be.
You have the feeling that you want to get out of the pool though.
I don't want to be here. This is
If
the best we
you
can
realize the further you go down, the worse it's going to get.
Ah. Can we take care of this quickly, please? This hurts.
Oh, you're cold? Oh, I'm so
Yes.
sorry.
What are we even doing down here?
I sense something divine in the waters.
Now that you're about 25 feet in, your sense is telling you. Thank you very much. Your senses tell you. You can sense a shape, almost like a sphere, at the very bottom, another 60 feet down.
Ah, well. Does it have like an aura to it so I can see it, or does it just feel it?
No, you can just sense it. It doesn't. You can't see it. It's not shining.
I'm sensing a spherical object in
It's
the water.
spherical.
Spherical!
Spherical. Let's wait for when we get back in the room.
Does anybody get that?
Drinking Josh.
Oh, no.
Tastes.
Did you actually taste it?
No, I just kind of put it down my throat.
Just inhale.
Pretty much. I know what it tastes like though.
Do you inhale your food or do you engulf your food?
Inhale. Because I can't unhinge my Josh and go.
Good thought process.
One could say you'd be unhinged.
Thank you, Ange.
You're welcome. Yes, thank you very much, Ange.
We're just waiting for the players to return to the table and we'll continue.
Beef stroganoff greater than D&D.
Ange,
You can't have milk, can you?
you can have milk.
Can you? You can have some too, Zach. You want?
What?
What?
Okay.
I got tacos.
That's right. Can I have one of those red cans of pop?
Carbonated.
Soda.
Soda.
Carbonated drink
Carbonated caffeine drink.
with the hint of vanilla.
Yeah, do you want one?
Shake nuggets.
Yes, please.
We're gonna have to go to Superfoods. What? Super. I didn't bring any drinks with me.
In fact,
On
that's
break.
what it would be.
Huh?
On break. If you can wait that long.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh my god, you never make that noise again, it's too soon.
It's not even that cold.
No.
Okay.
Where'd it go?
Slide a hand 20.
Perception about 14.
I was gonna say.
Alright, so everybody's
Oh,
got
gosh.
food.
Perception. Discreet. I can't even see the look on your
The
face.
Divine Rock Petros. Really? That's awesome.
What?
The Divine
Yes.
Rock Petros.
So,
Divine Rock, expecto petroleum.
petroleum.
Wait, was it a con save?
Ducky,
Yes.
is that
Sorry.
you?
I rolled a 22.
You're fine. It's cold, but
Too
you're
soon.
fine.
This is
So,
wonderful.
so
Thank you.
now that everyone's back at the table, here's what happened. You guys are about 20, 25 feet underneath the surface.
Okay.
Velix has discovered a spherical object on his radar senses at the bottom, 60 feet more down. Kaylin is very cold, and she is urging you guys to finish because she doesn't want to continue.
I will suggest that because I am of a certain Dragonborn descent.
This doesn't bother me.
This doesn't bother me.
But you can't see.
I can.
Yeah.
I can only.
We can endure the
Make
cold, not
out.
see
Yeah,
through
I can endure it if they want to just like chill here, literally, and I'll go down and just try to.
I'm going.
Oh, okay.
I will encourage Kaylin to swim back
Okay.
to the surface.
I can go with you because I can see.
I would rather you stay at that level because if we do get into a fight or something, we can probably bring it.
That's why I'm encouraging Kaylin to go back to the surface
Oh.
if she's getting too cold.
I'm just gonna shout out, ma'am.
Shut up.
I'm not cold.
Who's all descending?
Every
I'm swimming over to him.
Okay.
Slowly, quarterstaff comes in the water.
Everyone
No,
is
I'm not
descending.
swinging, I'm gonna stab him.
Please
with
roll a
it.
con save.
Even me.
No.
Ooh, that's
not
even
yet.
better.
Con save of 14 or more.
Okay.
Who had 13 or less? Kaylin and Xanthip?
Oh, heck no.
No. Okay. So
I
just
rolled-
Kaylin again.
I rolled better than last time.
Okay.
Me too.
24. You.
So Kaylin's like, I'm gonna do it, damn you, and she starts swimming down.
Can we retcon something super quick,
Sure.
please?
Okay. What is it?
I don't know if it'll make a difference 'cause I don't know what she rolled, but knowing that she is getting really cold, I am going to cast resistance onto her.
Okay.
So you can add a D4.
Me too.
Add a D4.
Would you like a blankie?
Will a D4 make it possible for you to get over 14?
Because I rolled.
Did you roll 10 or less?
That would be an 11 total,
Okay.
adding the D4.
You are still frigid, even though you were guided.
I am singing draconic hymns.
Kaylin, you
She
take
wasn't-
5 points of cold ouch.
She wasn't guided, she was resistant.
Resistance, sorry.
Go back, little lady. I'm only picking on you.
I'm gonna start some towards the top.
Go back. Go cold down here.
Velix, you can feel that pull about 40 feet away.
I
You
shout.
guys realize it's starting to get cone shaped.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm turning back up.
Near the bottom, only one person's going to
Cone shaped or bowl shaped?
Convex.
There we go.
I mean concave. Convex is out, concave is
Well, if
in.
it's an orb inside it, then
I
it's
would-
convex.
I would suggest that if the terrain is turned narrower, that I would be the one that goes down there because even if it's just one person or it's getting smaller, I can find the object by feeling it or sensing it or touching it in places.
Magic GPS.
Yes.
Magic GPS, what?
Who's all descending? Okay, everybody by Kaylin? Con save.
That's not as good.
Ooh,
The number to beat is 16.
tying it work?
Tying is working.
Okay.
High risk blender.
None been struck.
His hideouts have stone cold hearts.
Who rolled 15 or less? Just you? Okay.
With resistance assist.
Okay.
I can't give myself bardic inspiration.
No.
Never mind.
You don't exist.
No.
Oh, because if you don't have to use it, I don't want you to have to.
It's a cantrip.
Oh, never mind. Then yes, please.
Go ahead, add your D4.
That's electric. Boogie, boogie, boogie.
Yes!
Did you pass now?
Yes! By 1!
Okay.
Thank you! I'm okay.
Now,
Are you okay?
Taya, despite that, I still want you to take 1 point of cold.
That's okay.
I'm a what else?
I am
Nice
fine.
stuff.
Yeah, okay.
That
I'm
was
very
a
okay.
20
Very okay?
something.
I rolled a 20.
Okay.
On the die.
There's about 20 feet to go, and you realize that all 5 of you are not going to be able to go to the bottom. As you're all kind of bunched together, and the sand walls are, the hard sandstone is caving in.
At this point in time, I'm actually not trying to go into the bottom of
Okay.
it. Now that I know that we're at that, I'm going to prop a foot against the wall
Okay.
so I can use it as leverage if I need to.
Okay.
Call somebody back.
Yes!
So is it just Alex going down to the bottom now?
Sure.
This was your mission, dude.
I shall.
There's enough room for one other person to go.
What can
I'll
I
go.
see?
Okay. I'm
Unless
blind.
you want to.
What can
Go
I
ahead.
see? Because he's blind.
Yes.
As you look, you
I'll
have
make
dark
way.
vision, which is
Yes.
30 feet.
60.
60? Okay.
Those are black.
You can see far up above, you can see the sun in the sky.
Yep.
You can see the break of water 60 feet above you.
Yep.
You can see it's nice and cool and blue up there,
Mhm.
and it gets dark blue, black. And you can see the rough sandstone edges
Mhm.
in this bowl shape that you're in.
Mhm.
And that's it. It's just the water and the sand. And as you look down, you can see there are some because of the way, even though you have the dark vision, because of the way light diffracts in that much water, you can see there's different colored rocks at the bottom, different than the sandstone.
Right.
But there's no like aura, or there's nothing special about them. It's just they're different colors.
Right. I'm looking to see if there's something that seems out of place.
No.
Okay.
Nope. As you look down, you can see
What?
a couple of sharper rocks, a couple of smoother rocks, and you see one that's roughly cylindrical.
In comparison to where Velix is, where is that cylindrical
Yes.
rock?
Kind of straight in the middle.
Okay.
And it's probably about the size of that bowl, of your bowl, but a little bit smaller.
Okay. Are you?
Not a ton.
You said you're gonna go down
Yeah, I'll
with
go
him.
down.
Okay. I'm going to stay where I am, and I'm going to call out. There's a strange cylindrical stone in the center of the bowl down there.
Really?
Yes. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true.
Oh, yes, but I can't see anything.
Then why are you down here?
Because even if I can't see anything, if something explodes,
I'm gonna
we're
take
in
a
the water.
damage.
Thank you. Oh jeez.
It's like a WoW raid. We
Anyone
all
else
split the
need to
damage
know
in some attacks.
No.
Huh?
I'm good. I'm groovy.
Everything taste okay?
Thanks.
Should you go
Oh,
box?
wait.
Hold on.
I'm not.
Everything tastes okay? Can I get you anything else?
Like legit. We get to Applebee's. We set the wonton tacos down. It took her all about 20 seconds before he had one in his mouth. Like, and she was like, "Are you good?"
I think it's part of training. You have to wait till their mouth is full before you ask them a question.
Okay, so Velix, yes. This time you do need to make a con save, despite your cold resistance. And
I
Andras, you need to make a save at disadvantage.
I cast Bless upon us.
What's that do?
1d4 added to a saving throw. And you can stack it with resistance.
Yes, you can.
Wait.
We both smack each other's foreheads. Wonder twin powers activate.
I know how this works.
So wait, so does that mean we both get bless and resistance?
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
gosh. Oh no! No! That was interference!
You can reroll one of them as
That
interference.
was interference.
My
Legitimately.
D20 was landed and then my D4s bumped it.
You can reroll one.
Can I
One of them, yeah. Because you're rolling a disadvantage.
Oh.
Oh!
She didn't make it.
Okay.
I rolled max on my plus and my resistance. Oh.
Oh, I rolled a 2. Dang, I need to roll again. I rolled a 1.
1.
Literally.
No, it was a 12.
16.
And then,
Okay. It's cold even for you. Ooh. You know you have resistance to cold, and you feel it now, Mr. Krabs.
Ooh.
Andras,
yeah.
it's progressively harder to go down. You realize you're almost like it's almost like you're swimming in slush.
Ooh.
And Andras, you are going to take 5 points of cold ouch.
On my first fail?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like going like down further.
One of the two of these took 5 points on their fail too.
No, it was on her second fail.
No,
That's why I was asking, because it was
Yep.
on her second fail.
The damage is based on the depth.
Have I hit rock bottom yet?
Yeah, as you feel around, which
Yeah.
now Andras is no longer coming down with you. She's kind of waddling through the cold.
Yes.
I'm gonna be smart about this.
You close your eyes and you can feel around. You feel the edges of you feel the bottom. You know what? Give me a dex check to feel around.
I was just gonna ask.
I would like to guide you as best
Yeah.
I can verbally.
Okay. Oh, like that episode of Power Hour I watched. The
Yes.
Remote control human.
Yes. Left, no, about 3 inches. No, your other 3 inches, not when you're talking to women.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Rip.
Man, dude, you killed him.
No, I was just saying this now.
Okay. With this game going on, I will let it happen. You reach around and you feel the almost like you know how modern buildings in the desert have that I can't remember what it's called, but it's that texture on their walls with the. It's almost like feeling hard tapioca. It's
Stucco?
Stucco.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, stucco.
Hard tapioca.
Hard tapioca.
That was really good. But the thing is I saw it too. As
Paris-
soon as he went hard tapioca, my brain went.
Banned words.
It's not a banned word.
Taco long.
No.
Paris
just-
Jinga.
Paris Jenga. So you can feel sort of like a stucco feeling when you're feeling the hard rocks, and as he's guiding you,
Sorry.
your hand slips over something that's much different feeling. It's smooth, and it's about. I know I said earlier it's the size of the bowl, but as you got closer, it's actually about half the size of the bowl. It's handheld. No, it's like this big. It's a small.
Okay, so my hand goes.
Yep, and it's almost like that big ball that Darren used to bring once in a while. Those two metal balls.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Baoding.
The Goblin King.
They're called
Like,
Baoding.
Okay, Baoding. Sorry.
Okay, so again, I go. Bloop.
Yep. And it's even for you. It is cold to the touch.
You're not taking it, are you, Valix?
What am I feeling from it, Mr. Krabs?
You have a divine feeling from it.
Yes, I am.
Why? What'll happen to the oasis?
This world is fake.
So is the thing you're holding then. Wait. That's right. This is all fake. What the hell are we doing down here? Why aren't we going to the crystal? I'm going back to the horses.
I go 9.
And I
The
start
horses
swimming.
are fake too.
I go 9. This is of magical orientation. If I can say that. Would orientation be good? Because it's.
Magically
It
oriented.
identifies as magical. I get it. I'm still going back to my imaginary horses.
I was just thinking, a sorceress. A sorcerer would probably could use this against the crystals.
Oh. I'm still going back to the horses.
You have fun with that. I'll be up in a minute.
Okay, we're just gonna say for the sake of it, nothing else happens. You guys all return to the service balcony in the vents.
Right.
You guys get out of the oasis, and you have, as you can see in the sunlight, it is smooth like titanium, like aluminum. It's gray, and it's cold. It's still cold.
Okay. You're out of the water now, right?
Yeah.
I'm shivering.
I want you to just barely touch this thing. That's it. Just this.
This to the big glowy cold ball. No!
This tongue stick.
That would serve you right.
I
triple dog dare
Yeah, I
you.
triple-
Triple dog dare you.
You barely put your fingers on it, and you know when you touch something so cold that you almost don't even register it right away.
Yeah.
And then
So
if you
cold,
keep
hot.
touching it, it gets hot. That.
Ooh.
I pull my hand back and I'm holding my hand. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, it's cold.
So it seems like I'm going to be the only one to be able to hold this.
What
Who are you
happens?
looking at?
What
fourth wall.
happens if you wrap it in cloth?
And as you're saying this, I'm doing that. I'm pulling out a piece of cloth.
You'd probably warm up pretty quick.
I'm gonna make
Yeah,
sure
you're
the
not-
horses
you're
Now
not-
see if she can hold it.
are watered and ready to go.
Your horses
Is
are
it
fine.
better now?
It's cold. It's not dangerously cold.
But it's really hot out here.
Uh-oh. Oh, no, Goliath!
Evil boob chillers!
Goliath!
Goliath.
It's being squished.
Goliath's like.
I speak for the corner. Yay, Orb!
Hello.
Woo!
You're squishing Goliath.
Goliath is like.
I didn't guess more breathing on Goliath!
You said 10 people. You said 10 people.
Yes, but I didn't specify! I CPR my mouse! You would have
Actually,
swallowed the
I was
surface!
gonna say, rats will
realize-
abandon a ship.
He could be sitting
You
on
realize
the
Goliath was missing.
Goliath!
And
Is
you
he
look in
sitting
the oasis and you can see.
Goliath! I'm not gonna get him and put him on my head and swim back, and then I'm like,
Wait.
I'm so sorry. I'm
And
so
you
sorry.
can actually see Goliath kind of twitching a little bit. Like cold.
Okay.
I hold on to
You
him
probably
and I
would've
pet
ditched at the
him
same
and I
time I did.
apologize with
Oh,
all the
soon as-
words.
Sooner.
Yeah.
As soon as he hit the water.
As soon as you started descending, he popped out and.
Fuck this shit,
Oh.
I'm out.
My blood, you stay away. Let's get over. I look over to
Insect vampires.
our not that type of cleric.
How's that tasting? Are those tiny teacups where? On my shelf?
Yeah.
Yes, they are tiny
Yes,
teacups.
they are.
Could you possibly identify this?
If the DM will let me.
What DM are you speaking about?
The DM doesn't know a thing.
If my deity master will let me.
I like little teacups.
I'm a little teacup. Short
I'm
and
gonna
short.
ask you.
Nice save, hun.
I'm going to ask you to remove the orb and hand it
Short
to
and cute.
our
Short and
cleric,
short.
please.
I hand the wrapped up orb to not that kind of cleric.
Yes.
And even in the
identify.
wrap, it's cold.
I identify.
Okay. I need a short reminder of the exact wording of identify.
Of course.
It tells you everything about it.
Okay.
Including how to use it and how to destroy the DM's world with it. And
No, that's legend lore.
Okay.
I need to use that still.
Bye.
Okay, you cast identify.
Woo! Hi! She cast my...
For
This
what?
so this object doesn't have a name. You can't discover a name.
Okay.
But it does have magical properties.
Okay.
You realize if somebody's holding on to it, as they are also using their weapon, they will deal their damage. They deal their damage of the weapon as divine, or what's the word I'm looking for?
Radiant?
Radiant. Thank you. Their damage is always
Hey.
radiant.
Hey.
Plus, there are 3 charges on it,
Okay.
and if you use one charge, you can deal half the damage again as cold.
Ooh. I will convey this to Bellix
Okay.
and the rest of the party.
So you simply said holding onto the item, correct?
What holding and when you strike. Yes,
So-
if you have it.
You have to wield it. You can't just like have it like, on your body.
Okay. I would give you the shrug if you don't know, but since identified that tells you how to use it, it's having it on you. As long as it's touching you.
Orb, please.
Hold on a second. Before you hand it over, this is what it looks like when she hands it back to you. No, this is what it looks like when she hands it back to you.
Oh yeah.
What?
I
As
swear.
you're manipulating.
What?
What is it?
What?
What is
What'd you say, Joe?
It's a magic card. As he's describing all of this stuff, I went, I know that card.
Yes. I am going to.
For all intents and purposes, this item is called Ice Manipulator.
Okay.
I did not mean to call it out like that, but all of a sudden my brain went, that sounds just
Do you
like...
want to know what the funny story is? I actually did not look up Ice Manipulator before I did this.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I shall wear that orb.
Okay. You have to have it on you, and because you are cold resistant, you can feel the cold coming from wherever you have it, but it doesn't hurt you.
Gotcha.
So
You probably
when-
would be the best one to put on with.
You see Kayla look at you and
With
hiss.
Petros.
when you, while you have this artifact on you, your damage is radiant.
Yay.
So it's extra radiant.
More radiant.
Extra radiant. I am
Wait,
super.
that means you
You're
can give
so
me that one
radiant,
spell
you're
now and we
fabulous.
can both hit with radiant.
Oh, divine favor. Yeah, you know that's coming.
And you can use one charge. It regains one charge on a rest.
Okay.
It has 3 maximum. You can use a charge to deal half of what you just dealt, also as cold.
I wonder.
So if you deal 10 damage, you deal 5 extra cold damage.
Nice. I like this.
Quick.
The way those charges work is what I was trying to get at with the spear when we were talking about it.
Okay,
Oh, it doesn't say, darn it.
gotcha.
That would be
Well,
cool.
Yep, just something to think about.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna name this orb Ozma.
Ozma.
If
Really?
you could cast Divine Favor on multiple people,
Wrong
he's
board.
Only because Final Fantasy IX is my second favorite Final Fantasy.
What's your first?
Of course, 7.
Thank you.
7 is
6 is
the best.
very, very.
It is an awesome one.
7 is the best.
Okay.
I
You guys,
partial to 10.
you guys
I love
recovered the orb
10
from
and 10
the
too,
Oasis.
but I
Okay.
can't.
I'm not worried about the people dying here of water because I'm sure that water, with it being that deep, they'll be good. And we're breaking the world anyway, so that's my
That's your justification.
justification.
For killing a town of 20.
We are going to go to the Delia Dunes now that we're out of the water. Everybody make sure that you have your water skins full.
Yes.
I
Refill the water.
that's them calling me in the work.
We should probably,
Probably have old horses drink before we go.
I have a question for you later.
Yes, 9 has attended the horses.
Yep.
Actually, my mom talked to the owner,
Mary or Chris?
Chris.
Okay, anyway,
I
so
was gonna say you can work on it. We have to run into one after.
yes. Should we?
Not mine.
Mine.
She used a cantrip. I actually used a spell. She actually used a level 3 spell. Should we rest to get that back before we head out?
I think we should get to our location
It'll-
first and then rest.
Okay.
be okay, because I don't think we'll get there within a day.
Yeah,
we could.
we could.
I mean,
We pushed it.
It'll be okay.
It's a big desert, but the from the discussion, I'm gonna assume that Velix explained about the Quiet Sands.
Yes, I did.
I mean, there's a place in this world where I don't have to listen to talk.
Deathless child friend.
It'd be a real shame if this orb went on your body.
I did it right this time.
Maybe I like that. Did you?
So
With
the
me.
Quiet Sands are reachable within 1 day of the Oasis.
You hear Bahamut just go whack.
The old man would have specified during the conversation.
Entrance, remember.
You can reach the Quiet Sands in the Delia Dunes within 1 day of the Oasis.
Did you happen to get directions?
It'll be okay.
Yes,
Good.
I said which path to take there, and
Okay. Then I think we should get ourselves moving now that we are rested, watered, have had our swim for the day.
I enjoyed it.
It is
I did.
it is equivalent.
Oh, to borrow a phrase from one of my mentors way back in the day, it was bracing.
Yes.
It's about 8 a.m.
So you said all damage is radiant, and then I can use a charge for the half
to
shield.
do
correct?
additional half cold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure. Be good. Be groovy.
Da-da-da-da-da.
And now we're
Now,
going to move.
all of your melee damage, if you're striking with your greatsword or whatever, that damage is radiant.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let's head.
As opposed to slashing?
Yes, as
Or-
opposed to slashing.
Or at the same time as?
No.
Okay.
It is not both slashing radiant, it is just radiant.
Radiant.
Yep.
Ooh.
Are
So-
you in a food coma now?
If
Sorry, Patrick.
Food coma.
if the law would say that bludgeoning was a-okay and I used that, would it not count as bludgeoning anymore?
That
It
is
would
what
not
you
count as
just
bludgeoning.
got done.
Oh, that would suck.
If it says no radiant damage,
You
I'm
have to
screwed.
set the IC manipulator down.
the orb's gonna go somewhere else. We're good to go. Alright.
okay.
We'll pass it back and forth.
What was my law today, Ange?
3.
Acid.
Acid.
No acid, use poison.
Thank you.
No acid, use LSD.
Dude, what if I bonus action pass that orb to you and just go back and forth on a crystal?
Right? That's what I was
Bonus
thinking.
action. Whack. Pass. Bonus action.
Hot
Whack.
potato.
Pass.
Cold potato. We'll play cold
I
potato.
didn't try that.
Or what happens if we just like sit on the ground, put our foot on it, and just keep going like this?
It's too small, I don't think that would work.
It's warm.
Even better. We will become conjoined twins.
Yes.
Just
Lean
it's
against
one,
each
it's
other.
one of
But
those
we
like
have-
party games where you have to keep it between your
Yes.
two hips.
Fanny packet.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. We can become conjoined twins.
Oh
We're
my
attached
gosh.
at the hip.
We have a transmutation master who wants to turn us into chimeras anyway.
Anybody, unless you're doing anything else in town, give me marching order, please. The 3 horses and who's on.
I'm in the rear with the
Same
gear.
thing.
Same as always.
Same as always.
Fifth session, same as first.
We're gonna say, for the sake of simplicity, you guys are traveling for 8 hours.
Okay.
It's cozy.
As long as we don't have a random encounter along the way.
Yes. First horse, need 2 rolls.
12, 20, 10,
Oh,
6,
God.
12.
20.
Sampit and
That's
You,
awful, Taylor.
the young lady running away. Roll a d20 quick.
12. Wrist.
8 and 7.
In 7? Okay. 2 hours pass, and it's hot. Except for Velix, you feel cool.
Felix, can you just like move that around to the front so it's pressed against the small of my back?
I take the orb and like those fake pregnancy bellies. I just go and I'm like I'm gonna look over here and I'm gonna go like that's not the only hard thing. But I joke, I snicker.
Andrest, you also feel cooler.
And again, Bahamut smacks me from the back of the head.
The other 4 of you realize it's hot.
First I'm too cold. Now I'm hot. Can we just leave?
Can orcs go through menopause?
is there oh, don't swallow
I almost wore
that
that.
was bad.
You would have
Is
deserved
there
it.
is there any wind at all?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a light breeze.
So that's where they get virgin from.
It's not really making you any cooler,
Okay.
but you can hear the.
I am going to
And you
manipulate the small breeze around me and my horse
Okay.
and try and use it to cool the horse.
Okay. So
Or
the,
at least have the air moving to
sure.
help.
The only horse that's a problem right now is the 3rd horse and the people on it.
That's us. That's the one with the orb.
Okay, the 1st horse then. The 1st horse. Sorry.
That's horse.
He has no name.
And you can see as the light wind is blowing, you can see the little particles of sand moving on the hills, because as you guys are walking, you're walking around dunes,
Yep.
and you can see them on the sides. You can see other paths, but you know where you're going. You're just heading straight northeast.
You said resistance is a cantrip, right?
I'm going to
You might want to cast it on them.
Oh.
I'm going to take my chain and ask Allure if she would be so kind as to undress me.
All I had to do was ask.
Oh.
Mine.
And I'm going to take the chain
Honey,
off,
he would
slap it
break
in the
you.
saddlebag, and I'm going to go
Challenge.
shirtless.
Okay. Horse number 2, I need 2 rolls, please.
Horse number 2, that's Velix and...
Nope.
No,
With her.
that's us.
Oh, duh, just kidding. That's us!
Mine has no clue where she is.
Or that she's
Ryan's got heat stroke. Nat 20!
20.
Yeah!
And the exact opposite.
Okay.
Actually, okay. Question to help with
Good
the
job.
heat. I will ask the party if they're okay with it, with me using create water to create a gentle rain.
How long does that last? Does it follow you?
No, I mean I think it's only one round,
Okay.
technically.
I don't
But
think,
it would.
not right now.
Okay.
You guys aren't like volcano hot.
Fair.
I don't need
So far the
chafing.
horses don't seem to be flagging from the heat, but if they start to show that, then we will. So we got a 20 and a 1.
Yes. So I was
I
gonna
hope so.
give 2 hours pass for the 20, and an encounter for the 1. So we'll just meet in the middle and say in total 2 hours have passed.
Okay.
You guys are traveling through, and you hear a loud boom, like an explosion.
Oh, bomb.
And as you guys are traveling and you start passing the dune, you can see a bunch of smoke rising from a little crater where a bomb just blew up.
Oh.
Looks like we're going to have company.
I'm actually thinking more of someone just got attacked.
You don't see anybody else. You just see the kind of the crater, and you can see a couple antlines scurrying away.
Oh, okay, so that one's attacked the
Go
bomb.
that way, go that way.
Yeah.
To the left, to the left.
You realize that if you were 5 minutes sooner, you probably had a battle
Oh.
on your hands.
Gotcha.
So,
At
okay.
this point in time, I'm going to take a moment and scan to see if there's any other movement than the antlions scurrying away.
Perception.
14.
Other than the slightly shifting sands from the wind, which is picking up slightly,
You're fine.
the wind is picking up a little bit. No, there's no other movement.
Okay.
So 4 hours have passed in total.
Okay.
I need 2 rolls from the last horse.
16.
9.
Okay. Yep. 2 more hours pass.
Get off your phone.
She said 9. We were all expecting I like horses.
It's like Michael saying that's what she said.
Kind of, yeah.
Mom wanted to make sure it was okay. She's double checking everything. Yes, it's okay if Kiara has popcorn.
All that type of stuff.
Yeah.
2 more hours
I
have
wrapped it
passed without incident. The wind is getting strong.
What kind of
strong
strong?
here?
Not like blowing off the horse strong, but for those of you with long hair, you realize it's
Well, is this like predecessor to a storm long?
no.
Oh.
Come quick.
But
Nothing to apologize for. Yeah, it happens. Usually
No.
it's in the fall that it happens, though.
It's not.
Been a fire within this room?
Not lately.
It's not predecessor
We'll see.
That might help.
of a storm.
It is the predecessor.
It
to
is
a storm?
not.
Okay.
You don't sense a storm coming. There's no real cloud in the sky. You don't see any twisting sands.
Okay.
You just realize it's stronger wind,
Okay. Then I'm not gonna.
and it feels good. The 2 of you on the 3rd horse, you're slightly relaxed with how the wind is blowing.
the 3rd horse has before.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
We're
first
in
horse.
front.
Sorry, the first horse.
Because we've got the winds.
Yeah.
And they got the
We'll
orb.
put stickers on their backs.
You were just like
2, 3.
we're just like
Yeah.
Okay. So first horse again, or
Yes, but the first horse members are busy right now.
gotcha.
Well, one of the first horse members.
Well, you're also getting up.
What?
You're also getting up.
I'm on the 3rd horse.
Okay.
It is literally the same order. We
2,
always
3,
go.
2. Yes, I'm sorry.
Patrick, it's okay.
Oh, honey.
First
We're
horse.
having one of those days, aren't we?
Yeah.
There you go.
I got a dozen.
Dozen? Okay. A baker's dozen or dozen?
Dozen.
17.
Okay. We'll wait for the table then.
Oh, it's gonna be a minute with Gabe. He's got a good bloody nose. But he was taking the paper towel and he's pushing.
Oh,
And I'm
God.
like, dude, stop.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah.
Jeez. Thank you, good sir.
Thank you, Tim.
You have dishes?
I do.
You have dishes?
You all deal with blood.
Deal with good.
Deal with blood.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tim.
Doc.
Hold on.
Hey, Joe.
Hi, Rob.
Question. How does paralyze work?
Exactly how it sounds. Exactly how it sounds. You
Can't move, can't do actions, anything like that?
can't move.
Okay.
Because you're standing still.
However, that does open up a rather interesting question later.
Yes. I just had a really good idea, but I can't. I don't want the DM to be like, hey. Yes.
Huh? What about
I'm not saying it out loud.
That's the orb.
So, Andras, do you know when you have an ice pack on a hurt limb for an hour?
Yeah.
It goes numb.
And you've got that one spot of your body that's just cold?
After a while, I would have him move it,
Okay.
like just slowly up my back.
Yeah, it's a rub stone. Just,
That's what this is for,
I'm
right?
just, you said it was only like the size of like the hand, right?
Yeah, it's the size of...
So I'll just be like just bring my back and I'll disappear and just be like, head on, apply directly to the forehead. Where'd the orb go? In my pants.
So we'll lead into what's going on here. As you're trudging along, it's been 8 hours in total, or about 8 hours. Do you need that?
Yes, please.
Actually, that's fine. So I'm good. Just want to hear that. You realize as you trudge along, you're coming into sort of a valley, and you can see 10 minutes before you get there, there's a signpost that says "Quiet Sands." It's pointing.
Oh.
So
That's convenient.
Well, hang on.
it's a
Is that
tourist.
it is, I must say, it is a tourist attraction.
Is that a request or is it?
So
Well, as long as it doesn't say QUEEF sands, we're good to go.
Oh God.
So you guys are approaching, and you realize over the period of a minute or two, the wind that has been moving, you realize it's getting, the volume's slowly getting quieter, and you can still feel the wind.
Yeah. I do tell them before we hit that, we will not be able to speak with each other.
Boy, somebody should have said that earlier.
I did. I said I convey all information about the Quiet Sands. But I'm reiterating.
Crap, does that mean we won't be able to cast spells?
I cannot cast Bless, Hold Person, Shield, Aid, Divine Favor, or Thunderous Smite, because they're all...
I can cast my spells.
You don't have any spells.
Actually, I do.
He does.
He does.
Yes, he's part Warlock now.
I have Eldritch Blast, Green Flame Blade, and Text.
Are they all non-V?
2 of them.
Okay. 2 of them have V, or 2 of them are not V?
2 of them are not V.
Okay.
I have to look at.
Ooh, excuse me. Sorry.
You gotta stay away from the microphone.
I know.
Still 11 nothing.
Do we have cleric cards?
Yes, I have cleric cards.
Oh, did you bring them?
No. I have my.
Why do I have it written down for some of them but not one of them?
Because why not?
Because most of the time it's not important.
Right.
So what?
Oh.
So as we approach, it starts to get quieter. Now, how are we going to communicate with each other?
Hand signals.
Yep.
What kind of hand signals?
Miming.
Right, so what kind of hand signals? Otherwise there's going to be confusion in the near future.
Wait, didn't you say the link shells were more telepathic? Or is it vocal?
Well, how have you used them so far? But you speak into them, right?
You said you hear them in our head. You hear the voices in our head.
You hear the voices in your head, but you speak into them.
Just
But
curious.
does it just cancel the sound? Or are we still making the sound but we can't hear it?
I'll have to try it out.
As you guys are getting closer to this valley, was surrounded by dunes, and there's a couple of small dunes on the inside. You realize the horse is trotting. You see them putting their feet down, but it's.
How are the horses reacting to this sudden?
It doesn't seem to bother them.
Okay.
Oh, this is the direction I wanted to go. I forgot I have this.
We are definitely going. If this is a dumb
We're gonna let you. Anything that you're talking, you're gonna do before you've entered.
Well, I was gonna say, if you take a long rest, can you change spells, or is it per level? I forgot about that little detail in 5e.
What are you?
Paladin.
I believe.
Paladins you have to change per level.
I think it's per level.
Clerics is on the rest.
Oh,
I
shit.
think paladins it's on a rest.
You'll have to double check, it's in the PHP.
Are bards by level?
Bards, I believe, is by level. It's not on a rest.
Bard are by level.
Druids are rest.
Spellcasting.
This what I'm reading here says that paladins can change on long rest.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay. You just found it? Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I didn't look. I didn't look it up, but I said I was pretty sure that it
You
was.
can change your list of prepared spells when you finish a long rest.
So yes.
That's good. I'll be changing my spell.
Okay. You guys haven't long rested yet?
No, but I'm
No,
just, we'll be doing that before it.
Could you grab me some? I want to double check that it's not that it is or isn't verbal.
Which spell?
Green flame blade.
Oh, that's.
Yep.
It was one that he was nice enough to allow me to get. So do we have any hand signals or whatnot that we want to designate? Because if we get into combat and it's quiet,
Well, we're most likely going to see if we see an enemy, it's probably going to be like the number 1 and then point. If we see, make hand symbols for either magical or priority targets, something like that. So like priority would probably just be like.
So while you were
Double
addressing,
point?
Yeah, sorry.
that's okay.
okay.
You
like
guys
double point for
are
priority.
at a place where there's a wooden
one
sign that says Quiet
priority.
Sands,
Yeah.
and it points. So
Okay,
there's a slight
that'd be
valley
priority.
of where the dunes kind of interact.
Okay.
And as you guys have gotten closer, you realize that the wind that you can feel in your hair, it's as you move forward, it's getting quieter.
Okay. I would like to cast Resonance.
Okay.
Magic.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll percent on.
Magic fingers.
Magic.
84.
And we will actually use minor
Resonance have been really
for
good.
if it's an elemental specificity. So
I'm
magic,
using Thorn
cold,
Space.
magic, hot.
Okay.
Okay.
Magic.
You realize you're heading in the right direction. In fact, your resonance is showing you that you feel it's coming from that
Magic.
central
Poison.
location.
Okay, so it's like a 9?
Yeah.
We're making hand symbols and whatnot for to convey.
I'm gonna let them know that
We can still talk for the moment.
Oh.
You guys, what you guys start talking about right now is before you had gone inside.
Yeah, I sense the crystal. It's like a 9, and it's right in that place.
Of
We
course.
figured,
All of my spells are useless.
right?
So far, I have like 3 more spells to look at, but so far,
Well, the
all
thing
my
is
spells are.
we don't know if they're going to be useless once we go into the crystal's chamber.
We're just thinking.
It's just something to be concerned about.
You
So
can
they
still
need to be-
smack the smacker though.
Yeah, but I'm not as good at smacking. Most of my spells
Das Book.
have a verbal.
Oh, that's book.
Well,
Das
our
Book.
verbal
Okay, so
interact later.
I got my spells, so I can step them up this way.
Are we? Let's just do it.
Well, we are also going to take a small rest prior to doing this, so
Oh
that
dear God.
these guys can
That's
adjust
very
their castings.
Nope, not a single spell.
Nope.
because everything's verbal.
Yep. I can't even do. How is Cure Wounds gonna be vocal?
You have to chant your divine words.
You have to pray to your deity.
Oh,
Fair enough.
Jesus. Well, how would give me strength?
There's
And
a
telepathy.
There's certain spellcasters that can meta magic for quiet spells.
Yeah.
Yes. Not me.
Nope. Okay. So what is happening right now? You guys are just outside the quiet stands.
I just need
I'm
to read something
just resting on top of the horse and
Yeah.
You're at the point where you can still hear each other. You have to speak up a little bit. Someone talking quietly wouldn't be heard.
Thank you.
We got an idea for how we're going to communicate if it's dead silent.
Okay.
I know that these two are thinking about taking a rest to replenish their spells. Is there anything else that we need to do prior to jumping into this? Because we're probably going to be in for one of the worstest fights we've ever had.
Worstest?
That is what I said.
As ready as I'll ever be.
So,
Yeah, I have literally no spells that don't have a verbal component.
I'm going to keep all the same spells that I have,
And
though.
Yeah,
don't get too hung up on that.
I know. I'm just letting you know that
Sure.
if we get into something in the quiet sands before we get into Crystal Chamber, I'm next to useless.
that's fine. I would like for you guys to consider what might be of the most benefit to our next fight, considering that we have almost all agreed that this next one should be of the element of wind, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
So what's good against wind?
Good question.
Earth. Throw a rock in something, but you don't have the ability to do that.
So that might be something to consider if you have the ability to adjust your spells. What could be beneficial?
Otherwise, well, I can't adjust my magic, but I'm wondering if there's another. Does anyone have an extra weapon? I have a dagger and a light crossbow, and that's it.
I
Oh,
have
by
a
the way-
sword.
I have a mace that you could borrow.
I have a short sword.
I could use the short sword.
I have too many weapons.
Okay. I've got quite a few.
I have 2 long swords, a short sword, and a mace now.
But see, because you borrowed my mace.
Yes.
I have a short sword, darts, magic short sword, no question mark. Erase question mark. Short bow, quarterstaff,
Magic?
and martial arts.
Mine is a magic short sword too,
And a pan flute.
but it won't do you any good. Except for getting through magical resistances.
Well, I think we're. Thank you.
It's the Marine
she seems a little miffed that she does have to borrow the weapon from you.
It's a Marine edge.
Thank you.
Now you won't be able to use that ability of that weapon unless you have it for a whole day.
Xanthan, are you sure you want me to use this one?
I pull out the maul. I pull out the Marquise edge.
Okay, wait, take it.
And then I pull out the light crossbow.
Okay, I get over.
So what you have is basically a short sword with an ability you can't use.
And then I have my worstest weapons.
The tickets to the gun show.
That's right. Oh, wait, what?
Oh, right.
Yeah, that can be bad too.
Okay, so what's gonna happen?
Mike.
Probably going to head inside or head right before the barrier where we can't physically find the barrier.
You're already in a spot where it's harder to speak.
Okay. So probably going to camp. We could still use spells, correct? Like right now?
As
You
long
gotta
as it's
try.
not perfectly silent.
I cast Bless on myself.
Okay. Based on where you guys are right now, I need you, as you try to cast Bless, please make a percentile.
25.
You start speaking the words and you realize it's tough as you're casting, but you successfully cast it.
Oh, I want to try Lane Shell.
Okay, what do you want to do?
This is a test of the emergency Dragonborn system, you know.
Like speaking loud, speaking quiet?
Just speaking in general.
No? Okay. Everyone, you hear the same volume as what you're currently speaking.
Okay.
Okay. I want to walk forward 60 feet.
Okay.
toward where it's supposed to get like silent.
Sure.
Until I don't hear anything.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's gonna take you a few minutes of traveling.
Okay, I thought we were a little bit closer.
No,
than
you're probably about 500, 600 feet.
that. Okay, I'm still gonna go forward then.
Okay.
About 60 feet.
Yep.
Is it significantly quieter there?
Since
Or-
sound works on a logarithmic scale, it's about another 10% quieter from where you're at.
So enough to be noticeable, but not
Yes.
a significant change.
Yes.
Okay, then I'll walk back. I'm getting my answers.
Okay.
Share.
Just how fast it's getting quiet.
Okay. We should probably take a long rest, and then once we get our spells that we want to change and or do, see if she can let us in.
Now, that poses a question in and of itself. As the DM, I don't recall if he made the comment. How are you going to cast your resonance spell?
It is
It's got a
non-verbal.
verbal component to it.
It's
Red-
not verbal.
Is it? You said VSM for.
Did I?
Yeah?
Okay, I'm sorry. It is verbal. I thought I gave you non-V. But if it is V, if I gave it to you as a verbal spell, it is a verbal spell.
And how are we going to get in there if we can't speak?
I get as close as I can where I can still speak at all, and I'm going to cast resonance and focus all my power into it.
Well, the problem I have with that is when Velix here tried to cast his spell, it looked like he was struggling. It's
All
going
I
to
can
be
do is
so
try.
much more difficult there.
Actually, I can still cast it.
Okay.
You guys haven't tried casting in the silence yet.
I'll trust you.
I want to go in and use one of my sorcery points to silent spell.
Okay, you guys are quite a distance away from the epicenter.
Oh, gotcha.
You're
Yeah,
still
I
you're
just
still
went through the
outside.
same process.
Gotcha. I
We're
can
about
get-
100 or so feet away.
You're about
I'm
600
gonna
feet
try.
away.
Or 600
Let's do
feet.
it.
Okay, well, we're going to rest first.
Okay.
How long are you guys resting and who's watching?
I will take. Well, it's
We only
still
need 4 hours.
middle of the afternoon-ish.
Yeah, the sun's high in the sky, starting to go down. You guys are.
I'm not worried
Well,
about.
no. You traveled for 8 hours, so you're at about. It's like 4 or 5 p.m. Sun's halfway, three quarters of the way down.
I will take a short rest as
Okay.
opposed to a long rest.
Sure.
Well, and the two of us, I mean,
We only need 4 hours.
Well, I get that, but I'm not tired.
Okay, so the party's resting for 4 hours.
Well, I need
I-
in order to.
I'm taking a short rest. These guys are trying to get their spell slots back and change their spells.
I'm
So we need a long rest.
So we have to long.
Okay. Who's first watch?
I can.
Wait, no, Xanthus first
I'm not
watch?
sleeping.
The 2 of us can go on first watch.
well,
Okay.
right, but I mean, the two of us only need 4 hours.
I'm not sleeping.
Okay, fine, then you can be on watch.
Okay, Xanthip and anybody else?
No, please be a butthead.
Okay. And Kaylin. Both of you roll 20, please.
18 and 10 less.
8. Okay. 2 hours of your watch pass, the sun's starting to go down, the heat's already going away.
Mhm.
Deserts get cold at night.
Yeah, they do.
They get freezing.
Should probably gather up some wood. Maybe.
In the desert?
Usually in deserts there's still like brush and tumbleweeds and all of that. Even on sand dunes.
If you're gonna scavenge for burnable stuff, I need to make a survival roll.
I
I
have
will.
campaign supplies in my back.
Okay? Then you can
I've
make a
never
small
used them.
campfire.
Okay.
I will assist.
You'll assist.
I will assist.
But I'm asleep, so unless they go run through my pack.
Yeah, that's survival. You said
Yeah.
17.
You find barely enough to get a small fire going.
As long as it's enough to keep the chill away.
You'll have to huddle. It'll be
That's
close
fine.
quarters.
And I'll toss blankets and whatnot
Okay.
on people as needed.
Sure.
We can alternate with the horses. I can have the horses lay down. We can have horse person, and that way the horses will be
Are
cuddly
those
and I'll
called
be cuddly.
centaurs? Horse persons.
That's how horse persons were made.
Oh.
That's not lore accurate, actually.
Imagine 9. That's not lore accurate.
I
To the
like
bookworm.
horses. I know my horses.
So 2 hours have passed, and the dragon is vaping.
Do you feel badass now?
No, I just feel like I'm having
Okay.
fun.
One more roll from both the 2 people watching.
17.
10.
Okay. 4 hours have passed.
Now that you're awake,
Yes.
I'm not sure what. I'm gonna.
I'm gonna see if I can find a bit more.
It is nighttime. The moon is coming up. The sands are still quiet from where you're at, and it's chilly.
I'm sleeping.
It's only slightly warmer than the entry level of the
I have
Oasis.
put my chain and stuff back on as the temperature has been
Okay.
dropping.
Who's on second watch? Just
I'm-
Andres?
I'm going to go hunt for some more barrels.
Some kibbles.
Okay. Survival roll.
15.
It's tough, but you find a few more pieces to throw in the fire.
Even if it is.
Andres, if everyone else is sleeping, you need to roll 4.
I'm still awake.
Okay, roll. Each of you roll twice.
D20s?
Yep.
Ooh, not bad.
I got a 3
Mm-hmm.
and then a 20.
Okay.
And I got a 14 and a 17.
8 hours have passed. In
D-
total.
DM knowledge.
Yep.
It doesn't say Channel Divinity requires VSM. It just says Channel Divinity.
Correct.
Okay.
Look at the descriptor of the channel divinity though.
I did.
No, but like of the actual, because I know like, sorry, not trying to totally derail, but just a thought.
Yeah, we're cold right now.
With
Not that bad.
my channel with Oriana's channel divinities, as an action you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer of denunciation.
Oh, okay.
Class
Mine-
features say if they have requirements.
Okay. Well, let's see.
If it does not say you have to speak, you don't have to.
Huh?
I am going to rest
Let me
for
look at clerks.
Clicks and channel abilities.
Yes.
Oh, I found the end.
Pretty
Okay.
sure though.
It's like midnight.
Oh, so Hot Moon 6.
Almost. It's cold. If you don't have any sort of armor or blanket or by the fire, you're shivering.
Except for
Except for you.
As an action you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer.
Elder is spooning
Speak a
with
prayer
whoever will
since
ever be
you're
little
dead.
spoon.
Okay.
Thankfully, mine does not say that.
So
It
Elder is
doesn't?
spooning
Yes,
with
and I
whoever
can
will
also use
ever be
later.
little
What does
spoon.
it say?
I'll do your.
Mine is if I either get plus by my charisma or persuasion, which I'm not good talking, so I can't do that. And the other one is the you hit me or you hit someone else. Now you take that right back as radiant damage.
I was gonna say
Oh,
all
so like,
all
huh?
the nerds are like Star Wars.
Yes.
I'm thinking Disney copyright?
No, this is pre-Disney copyright.
No, it's currently Disney copyright.
Yes.
This is Disney.
So now you have that in Disneyland. And Disney
This is
World.
true.
Like, they have an entire section designed just for that.
Anyway,
I know.
it is early morning of Hot Moon 6.
What rules do we have today?
What rules do we have today, DM?
Hold, please. As I increase the difficulty of your challenge.
So you see 7 numbers flash by.
I see what?
It's like 4, 6, 8, 12, 2.
This isn't my lucky numbers. Where's this fortune cookie?
You see. Of course, I closed that page because I didn't think that was going to happen.
The Disney Overlord choppers approaching.
Don't worry, they can't hit us.
Wait.
You're going to think this is targeted, but I promise you it's not. I promise.
Radiant.
8.
No radiant, use necrotic.
That's fine. I got tier
Wait,
cards.
I got.
Spell number 8, rule number 8 is a tier 1 spell, or tier 1 law.
Yep.
I
So
got
we can take care of that just fine.
Yep, yep.
And there's only one.
Nope. You have 3 today.
Of course we do.
13.
13 is no piercing, use slashing.
Correct.
I hand you my mace. Or my. Oh, wait.
Short swords are slashing.
Yeah, I got
No, short sword.
So
piercing. I have a long
13.
sword.
Yeah, short swords are piercing.
I have a long sword.
Well, shoot, that means her weapon won't work for her.
Unless you break that law.
However, if
Tier
this
2.
is our last challenge. Okay, so
12.
12 is not here.
You don't have 12?
Nope.
Okay. This one is no enchantment spells.
Nope.
And use illusion spells.
Rip. My favorite.
Use.
Oh wait, I think that's actually.
I say that should be.
Transmutation, I thought.
You said use
Glasses
illusion.
enchantment.
Yes, illusion, no enchantment.
Old person's enchantment.
That is a tier 2 spell. Or tier 2 law.
I hope you're. We need to like turn you off and turn you back on and reboot you on break.
I told you it was gonna be a bad night for you
Yeah.
Why'd you tell me that?
because he was already fumbling his words at the shop earlier. Like
That early?
And they wanted a little way.
I think I need a small silvery can with blue stripes.
Oh, what? What do you need?
A small silvery can with blue stripes.
look,
Yeah.
Does it give you wings?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay.
what do you mean not anymore?
They had to stop that ad because people tried to fly.
Oh God, people are stupid.
Actually, it's not that people tried
So,
to fly, it's that it never did.
It is now the next day.
Okay.
Knowing the
Do
law.
we have a way of manipulating the laws in our favor?
Yes, I have
Already.
I have 2 tier 2 cards. I have not used.
Does anybody else have tier cards?
I do.
Everyone should have
I
at least one
have
card you haven't used yet.
I used mine.
One anti-law card up to tier 2.
Because he was so
Tier
trying to
two,
give
tier
me
two.
I have a tier 2 and a tier 3.
Same.
Perfect. So we have enough to make this work for us.
I don't think I have one because I think you guys got those when I was gone.
You was missing on that day. I used mine because I wanted to make sure that, well, that one battle was in our favor.
Well, we kind of needed that one. That'll be going
Yeah, I
our favor.
know.
Oh, I have one that creates a law and one that destroys a law.
Player character broken. Corrective action. Remove and replace player character.
Okay.
What if it's the DM?
Cab cat error.
The moon is starting to set. You can see off in the distance it's becoming yellow. The sunrise is coming. It is like 5 a.m., 6 a.m.
I'm going to pick up a lure and offer her to the sun.
You gotta mark her forehead with the.
Oh, wait.
We shall call her Allure.
What are you guys doing now?
Does she have a
Oh.
boyfriend that we can shout his name out?
Long rest is successful. Everyone has all your the points and spells.
Yeah.
Car.
Do you want me to try casting?
Oh, we're all just going to join you.
Okay.
But we have to move 600 feet that way.
Are we taking the horses with us? Or
No.
leaving them there? How are we going to leave them? Are we hobbling them? How are we going to make sure that they can drink the water?
I'll
We
grab
don't
my-
have opposable thumbs for the
I'm
water
going to grab my
stakes.
maul. I can hobble him.
Oh, quickly!
Goodness, no!
Quickly before this happens, you all realize your stomachs are grumbly.
Oh, we've got rations.
Yeah,
I
right.
need
Okay,
rations.
everyone use one.
No,
So
no.
I'm gonna put my hand on her head and I'm gonna communicate to her. Every single time we've gone into these things, we come out seconds later.
Okay, fair. But this is the last
It's
one.
true.
I know.
I'm still gonna hobble the horses.
Okay. How?
With the rope, I make little...
Into the sand, the loose shifting sand.
You know what? Fine, I ignore the damn horses and I go cast my spell so people can die.
No.
That's fine. How
She
you? I
can
just,
hobble the horses because, as the old man said, in the low parts between the dunes, the sand is really only about a foot deep at most.
Yep.
That's what I was going by.
Okay.
So it wouldn't take that much effort to put.
Just.
6 inches.
Yes, but how tall are the ones?
Doesn't matter. You can
Oh yeah, fair point. Sorry.
Okay, the horses are hobbled safely
Thank you.
in the low part of the sand.
Thank you.
We're gonna come back and graboids are gonna be chewing on them.
Oh
I hate every single one of you.
You realize you're.
Except you and you. You two. You two are okay. And the horses. And the
You're
lion.
cool.
F you, you're cool. I'm
I'm
out.
out of here.
You hear Brutus. You hear Brutus. Wicker. I'll miss you, Mom.
You hear from
You're gonna get like made.
Two emotional D&Ds in a row.
we're gonna hear Madonna play in the background. This used to be my playground.
It's about a
Think of
500
their
foot.
own.
Okay.
It's about a 500-foot journey into the center of the quiet sands.
I get there and I'm ready to do this. I've got my war paint on.
Can we hear voices testing?
Oh yeah.
So
We're done. It wasn't Disney. Don't judge us.
Although technically she's the one who started it. And started it.
DM, go ahead.
Yes, continue.
I can throw things at people with this thing.
Class.
It's just a green beans, I can get it.
so you guys travel about 200 feet in.
You're in the middle of this casting spells.
You realize you can. The story is true. You actually hear your own heartbeats very quietly. And as you look around, you can see the effects of wind. You can see what you've been seeing with the small little sand shoots. You don't hear it. It's quiet.
Is there anyone else around since it's a tourist attraction?
No,
Okay.
because it's midnight.
Hand.
Or it's slightly. I'm sorry. It's in the morning.
Hand. Touching. Link shell.
Okay.
Cast create bacon. Yes.
Nobody has that spell, unfortunately.
I try to say blah blah blah.
Okay. You attempt to speak the words blah blah blah, and you realize you're saying, and you don't hear yourself, and nobody hears anything.
So, I make this symbol to everyone like
I was going there.
dead.
Andress is walking and she's just like,
She
oh,
has a
it's so
serene
nice.
look on her
and
face.
it reminds me of the library.
You're like, I'm at home.
Are you gonna make us like not talk?
No, you
Okay.
guys can talk, but if you're trying to deliver information to each other,
We have to
you
mind.
cannot.
Okay.
You can speak for the sake of being on stream.
Yes, we understand you love
Horses.
Okay. We're gonna say for the sake of simplicity, the sun's starting to rise, and you guys make it, and you're in this sort of central location. There's dunes
Right.
all around.
I'm taking the lead.
Okay.
I have my maul out,
Okay.
and I am making sure that nothing creeps up on us. My head is on.
Sure.
a
I'll need you to
square.
make a perception. And anybody else who wants to look around.
Sure.
14.
I see nothing.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
12.
No, you guys don't see anything. You can see sand shifting around,
Okay.
and the wind's picking up again, and sand's moving. You can see sand moving, and you can feel the push of wind, but you don't hear it. It's the most eerie thing you guys have ever encountered.
I look over to 9 and go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I use a meta magic point to do silent spell,
Okay.
and I cast resonance at the silence.
Good. I was gonna have you roll percentile twice for quiet and for the special thing I'm tracking, but I just need one because you are able to silent cast with your meta magic.
32.
That's not bad.
Not good.
We'll say for the sake of records, just so you are aware, you barely made it past my thing that I'm tracking. Just barely.
It was 30, wasn't it?
It was close. You realize that even though you know you're successful with your silent cast,
Magic
Yes.
missile only works on darkness, not silence.
you realize your silent cast is successful, you realize you're casting in without being able to speak. But unlike what you've experienced before, this spell seems to be getting harder to access. You've used it 20 times now, and each time you use it has been easier than this time.
Gotcha.
And it's not because of the quiet.
Gotcha.
But you realize you're basically here.
Yeah. It's on the stove.
You
Oh
feel...
shoot!
Bang.
Do you know how to do it?
Sorry, I told him I got it.
You feel like that 9.7, 9.8, you need to make a few more steps forward before you realize that you're in the right spot.
Okay. I walk forward 4 steps, and I use another sorcery point.
No,
to...
you don't have to do this.
Oh, thank God.
It's okay.
I was like, oh.
I'm okay with that. As you guys get a little bit closer, you're taking another 10, 20 feet forward, and you peek around a dune, you can... what was everyone's perception?
14.
14.
12.
Okay. The three of you
Crickets.
who had the 14,
Mm-hmm.
you can see as you come around the dune, you see somebody walking closer to you. He 6 foot tall human. I don't understand sound now. I'm sorry.
Is it Sid?
No.
Oh.
It is not Sid.
So.
You see somebody. Hang on. He's wearing kind of like a regal type of outfit, but it looks like a journeyman's type of outfit too. It is a red cap. It's got kind of a central, not like Mont Blanc's palm, but it's got a poof, like kind of like a golfer's hat. And you see white cloth coming from that's flowing behind him. You see a little bit puffy on the shoulders, like a red half vest, and a white undergarment that has the flaps to his side. And he's wearing a kind of bluish purple poofy type of pants. Poofy type of pants.
Is he getting ready to play golf?
You see someone that looks like that.
Oh.
And he's walking closer, and he's got his hand on his weapon. Not like brandishing, but holding it.
He's using it as just a
Yeah.
armrest.
Yep. And you see, he's got his hand on the pommel.
Mm-hmm.
And he's probably about 20 feet away, and he's approaching you guys.
Does it look familiar?
No.
Are there any insignias on him?
No.
Are we getting sucked into the void at this point?
Not yet. You realize the spellcasters. So 9,
Yeah. I know horses.
because Andras is divine, you're divine, and the three of you are. But you're warlock now too. So 9 and Xanthip, and you.
She's
Wait,
okay.
you're warlock now? We don't know that.
Nope. I haven't used any of my abilities.
The three of you who
I
know.
thought you did.
Use text.
I used text, but it's not something visible.
The three of you who can realize arcane magic. You can see his mouth moving as he's walking, and it looks like he's casting a spell.
16. To see if I can recognize what he's doing.
Casting a spell as he's walking, and you see him. He switches to the handle of his blade, and what he does is he pulls it out from the sheath. Thank you, and he puts it behind him. Like he reaches out, and it's behind him, and then he gets. I'll let you guys react, but he kind of lowers his steps, so he's more like a.
He's in a fighting stance.
Yeah, so he's going behind it is like this, and then he swings it forward after he finished casting his spell, And I need every one of you to make a dex save.
Do I have the reaction to get in front of everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you realize he's casting a spell.
Yes. I will attempt to use my shield mastery to deflect that.
Xantha.
18.
Okay. Allure?
18.
That's good.
Because my
Oh, boy.
save is really
Valix?
high.
No.
9.
22.
Andras?
19.
Oh my god!
Oh, it gets better.
Kaylin?
25.
Did you have
No, she got 18.
Oh.
I rolled an 18.
I
got
wrote,
it next
I wrote the challenge as 18 or more.
I got a 10.
Okay.
So the only person who got hit by it was the guy who ran out in front.
Yeah.
So here's what happens, and we'll go to break right after this. You guys all see as he swings his sword forward, this monstrous kind of clear wave of distortion comes forward, and it blows through all 6 of you.
Oh.
You hear it's loud, it's deafening. You hear glass, like the sound of glass breaking and cracking, and you can feel the pressure of the environment change. And you know how if you've been flying for 3 hours, you realize that once you hit the ground, your ears pop.
Yep.
And you can feel the pressure of your
Yeah.
inner ear change. That's what happens. All 6 of you are like, holy crap.
I put some bubble gum in my mouth and start chewing.
So the 2 of you that got 18, you're temporarily disoriented. You succeeded on the save. You are knocked prone. The concussive force knocks you over.
Okay.
The Allure and Xantha. And who did Andres get 18?
I got
Yeah,
19.
Okay. Andres also 19. You're just disoriented. You stood your ground. It almost knocked you over, but you're just disoriented. Kaylin and 9, you guys are okay. I mean, this wave came over you, and it almost knocked you guys over, and you feel that inner ear change, but you've never felt a force like this.
I'm angry.
Okay.
I float up 10 feet in the air.
You said you were going to break?
Oh.
Yep. No, it's okay. You're going to float up in the air, and as you do, and as that wave settles, you realize all of a sudden you can hear wind again. And as that shatter effect happens, you can see the rift force open. And
Oh,
we'll
it's on.
be back in half an hour. Thank you for joining.
See you guys in a minute.
You.
Live. Okay. Welcome back from break. As we just left off, the group had wandered into the Delia Dunes, specifically to a location that's been known as the Quiet Sands, where it's quiet. You can't hear anything. You can't hear speaking. You can't hear whatever's going on over there. You can hear that. As 9 casted her spell to locate the rift to bring them to the crystal chamber, she realized they were close, and as they got closer to the point where they were almost ready to go in, a 6 foot or so human with golden hair, red hats, red half vest, white undercloak, and a blue type of violet poofy pants, showed up from behind a dune, hefted his... Oh, and there's a detail I missed, so I'm going to wait for 9 to get back.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Conversing child. I'm good now.
Okay. One thing I forgot to mention as you were inspecting this fellow before he did his big blast.
Okay.
He has a short sword.
Okay.
And it's stark marble white.
Oh. Okay.
And as he was shifting it around, you guys saw a purple energy from it, which then created those waves.
Gotcha.
So he hefted this white short sword around, and this huge wave of energy overtook everybody. But fortunately, they're all dexterous and on guard,
Except for the
one who's there trying to defend everybody.
Well, maybe he should realize his party can take care of themselves.
They stood their ground as
Maybe
all
we
this
still save 'em.
sand exploded. The air became thick and then thin. Everyone's lost their inner balance for a second, and suddenly they can hear again. And
9 is floating in the air.
9
And the rift's
floated in the air.
forced open.
Yeah, but every time you guys have done it, you've opened it with the spell. When he sent this wave of energy, you saw it sort of, this whole big effect happened, and then leftover remnants of energy got sucked into the center, where the rift opened itself, without
Gotcha.
you.
Okay.
And now you guys can hear the wind again, and your sense of hearing your own heartbeat has gone away. And you can see a look of disappointment on that person's face as he gets closer. And very monotonous, you can hear him say, "That wasn't supposed to happen."
What
And then-
was supposed to happen?
While you're asking that black rift continues to expand, and everyone finds themselves moved in.
And I'm guessing we need to move stuff off the map.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, what was...
That purple folder?
Yeah.
Open and see.
Right.
I need to look at
I
these
just
minutes
wasn't
from
sure if there was anything in there you guys wanted to use, because there's a lot of old ones.
Oh, okay.
Like the old goodies. We're talking like VBS from...
Oh, hello.
Yeah, do you need to move my stuff?
No.
I just thought it was neat.
Sure.
I have all these minis in my hand, I probably wouldn't do that.
Sometimes I do not recognize them.
Yeah, what?
I have all these minis in my hand, I probably wouldn't do that.
You don't.
Well, I try to be fun.
No, you're fun. You're fun anyhow.
Oh, thanks.
Even though you're trying to kill a party.
Well, I'm not trying to do anything.
No, we do that very well on our own.
That's true. That's very true.
I'm just gonna use this guy for who you're fighting.
The guy?
Yes.
Okay.
The guy guided.
I love both of these.
So, Joe brought up a good point. I should have used the break time to draw my map I'm about to draw.
It happens.
But I had to go get a dessert from the local store I needed, and it wasn't good. So.
Really?
That's because I love this.
They made a D&D reference in one of your classes.
Oh, nice.
That's fantastic. What kind of reference?
Distress.
Are you alright?
Never. I'm all left.
Need to think for a second. Where we're at. Okay. Desert. Yep. That.
And you shut down the entire stream.
I did not. Just it's fine.
That works.
That does work.
I feel like the big end of a knitting wheel.
That wasn't intentional, but hey, this works.
I could catch it, but it's going right at my eyeball.
Well, I saw you start to catch it, and I saw your head move. I'm like, either he was trying to catch that, or he was trying to dodge it, or trying to catch it and dodge it. I don't know which.
Dodge! I want you to dodge!
Well, I do have to say though, Aurora, the fact that somebody in a tech convention made a D&D reference, geeks talking about geeks. Come on now.
Would that be nerds talking about geeks?
Yeah, well, we're close enough to be considered siblings,
Yeah, we're like half siblings.
right?
We're able to interbreed.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Now you're just taking that too far.
Word choice.
Taya, that would have been appropriate if they had been using the word species,
Okay, fair point.
not sibling.
Oh, oops. No. Wrong! I
We're
heard
not-
that wrong!
We're not Lannisters. So
I'm sorry, I thought that's what you said!
What do you think they said?
I thought they said species!
no siblings, honey.
I'm sorry!
A Lannister always plunders his depths.
Taya's now scored herself for the
I know, right?
Can somebody
get back?
clip
Yeah.
just like
Just
zoom
her
into
face.
just her face and clip it?
Right?
Also, I'm sure the look of horror on my face when I realized what I said was priceless.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and now guess what, Tay? It's gonna be on
That's on the
Netflix.
interwebs. That is forever.
Okay.
I done.
That's gonna become a meme.
Oh god.
No. Dear God, I hope not.
You're gonna hope so, that's funny.
You know, that's almost like perfectly symmetrical this way. And I just hand drew it. Like I didn't plan that.
Oh,
That
I'm gonna have
looks
to read this.
That's cool.
Oh god.
We were separated into 3 groups for a particular track at a conference: Vikings, pirates, and ninjas. She was a pirate. One of the presenters in the first session had the nickname Ginger Ninja,
Tay, can we grab my phone?
and someone seated for the presentation said something like, "You're high enough level to be cool with us."
So,
Pathfinder reference.
Is it exclamation raven scales, Thaco?
D scales.
D scales?
Yep, I'm at the end.
woof. Which guy was using this one?
Oh, the woos.
Yes, okay. So you guys can set yourself wherever you want within this 20 foot by 80 foot. So
Okay.
this line and behind.
What are the giant circles?
So these are giant stone pillars, and you're on a sort of walkway
How tall are said pillars?
from floor to ceiling, and the ceiling's about 20 feet tall. You're in the most appropriate looking chamber that you've been in the 5 times you've done this.
Is there a crystal on the back?
No,
Huh?
there isn't. There's a pedestal up here, but okay, actually perception, real quick.
I'll
I'm
say,
sorry.
I look up.
This is 5 feet up, so it's there's steps.
Nope.
What was your perception?
17.
No. It's-
18.
So, as you're looking, you can see the one, the red-hatted, yellow, golden-haired individual.
The 6 foot tall kid.
Yes. Well, young adult, young male.
They all look like kids in Final Fantasy.
I know. And he's standing there before you, and as you look behind him, you can see the sort of base of a pedestal that you've seen so far, but
It's
there's
similar to all the other crystal pedestals.
yes, and there's nothing floating above it.
Is there any artwork or engravings, embossings, any type of stuff like that noticeable on the pillars, on the walls, etc.?
Before I answer that question, please give me 1 minute.
DM is loading.
So there's something I need to look up real quick.
Okay, woof woofs are in.
Majestic wolf.
The majestic wolf.
Vilkman.
Does anybody speak or understand Celestial?
Ha
Actually,
I mean,
hold on.
I understand primordial.
The
nope.
Is
walking Rosetta Stone.
I am an orc. My language is that of the angels.
Orc in uncommon?
Yes.
Same as
No,
Niren.
but I do speak primordial.
I do too.
Andreth, as you look around, this is the most ornate chamber you've been in.
Okay.
There isn't necessarily depictions on the walls, but it's the least ruined looking kind of room you've been in. As you look around, you can see an inscription on one of those pillars that says, "This is that binds the worlds."
Okay.
And then on another pillar, you see the word desire.
Just the word desire?
Just the word
I
desire.
do not speak celestial. I speak draconic. And
I think
common.
Oriana speaks celestial.
I was
It's
just
fine.
thinking.
Okay, so
If there was a divine aura.
Xanthip asked what was supposed to happen,
Yes.
and the person speaks back, well, you were supposed to die.
Oh.
For you?
Initiative.
9C in red.
Ooh, yeah.
And then, moments after that, so this happens. He answers the question after you come in, and then you see. Sorry, Joe.
You're fine.
Sid appears in that blue beam.
I wave over to Sid. Hi, Sid.
He doesn't respond to you, but you know he recognizes that you've talked to him.
No, we've gotten left behind.
This is death.
Guess what?
I feel death coming.
I finally rolled like super low for Xanthip.
Really?
For initiative.
I feel death. You feel death.
I actually rolled nice
Oh,
for
no,
once.
sorry.
Kaylin,
20.
Excuse me.
Xanthip.
I actually rolled nice for once.
3.
Oh, I'm not last!
Oh my god. 9.
Yeah?
What's your initiative?
19.
19.
19.
Andrast.
5.
My name plus 2 horses and my legs.
Allure.
15.
And Velix.
20.
Good.
At least one of us is going fairly early in the niche.
Hey, guess what? He said words, which means he can cast spells.
Yeah, can we hear our voices?
Yeah, you heard the wind return. You heard him speak. That wind is gone now, but you can hear the ambient sort of low noise you would hear in this type of, this chamber that you're in. You don't hear or see a crystal.
Just this dude.
Just this guy, yeah.
Oh,
And-
yes, die.
Kaylin, you are first.
What is he
I'm first.
called?
So
What is
you
this
don't
one?
you don't know this. That's why I also changed it, but on there I'm calling it the Bismutar.
And what
Sounds
were
like
the
a pancake mix.
I know, right?
I am making
As in he's
this
gonna make-
without strategically for
He's
your
gonna
purposes.
make you a pancake.
Right?
Probably.
And we'll, friendly reminder about the laws too.
Yep, that's why.
8, 13, and 12. So, no piercing, radiant enchantment, use slashing, necrotic, and illusion.
Well. And these are how tall, Magic?
They are floor to ceiling,
Or floor to
and
ceiling?
ceiling's about 20 feet up. Which 9 is floating 10 feet. You're still floating.
Yeah.
That little path I drew in between the pillars has a carpet. It's a dark red carpet, and it's in good condition.
It's in good condition?
Good condition.
I'm going to
Ooh.
move over 5 feet, pull out my bow staff,
Okay.
and basically be in a ready fighting stance. 'Cause
Okay. That's it for you?
Yep.
Velis, we move on to you.
Moving up to this pillar right here.
Okay.
Pulling out my law card. Screw that radiant rule.
Which lock card did you use?
Huh?
What level lock?
I only have a tier 2.
Okay.
Okay. Yep, the radiant law is no longer in effect. And you saw a look of recognition when you used the card, and that energy burst forward from your hand.
Mhm.
Sid's like,
Good. Okay.
We actually got a
Was that-
physical response from him.
Was that an
No,
action?
no, he's talked to you guys before.
No.
Oh.
During a battle, we
Yeah.
got a physical
Was that
response.
an action or a bonus action?
Joe.
That's That's a free action.
Oh, okay. It's free action.
Ooh,
Yeah.
this
You should
candy?
have a Roku.
The dark chocolate ones.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
One of those, please.
What?
Ooh, collectively we go, ooh.
What?
You must
We
beg
did-
the Council of Women.
What?
We're on stream,
just-
otherwise I would.
Advantage forever. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Granted, my child.
Even on Joe's campaign.
Huh?
I was gonna give
I will cast as a bonus action Shield of Faith on myself.
Do that
Okay.
again.
Oh, that was short tape.
I know, like 2 inches.
Thank you.
And I'm going to shoot him with my crossbow.
Tuck it down your dress.
Go ahead and try.
Attempt to.
Now I had to get it out on stream.
I would have gotten it out.
I was gonna go.
Like, all of us are like, we'll get it.
And 15.
15.
Yes.
You do not hit. Your
Okay.
crossbow bolt flies just slightly over his shoulder.
Correct me if I'm wrong, it takes 1 turn to reload a hand crossbow, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then I'm just going to drop my hand crossbow at this point because.
No piercing.
Dude. Huh?
We have a loss of no piercing.
I missed.
That's correct.
No piercing.
And I'm just gonna pull out my reaching scimitar and then ready myself.
Okay.
Wait, so you can't use extra attack with a hand crossbow?
I'd have to reload it. It takes a turn to reload. I use my bonus action for. So there's a hand
The
crossbow.
way 5e rules are written, you have to use a turn to reload a crossbow.
That's
There's a
Because you have to crank it.
There's a feat that gets around.
If you have extra attack, your
Is
extra
that a
attack
hand-
is used to reload.
Is that a hand
Any
cross?
crossbow.
Yeah, it's,
That's dumb.
Well, crossbows aren't just load the arrow, fire, load it. You gotta crank it and wind it.
yeah. If I had a
It's
bounce,
I mean, it is kind of accurate.
It's a hand crossbow.
It still has a
It's
mechanism.
still.
Before Nine's turn happens, I'm just gonna go slightly out of initiative. So this happened,
Did you put that I had Shield of Faith on myself?
okay.
Makes my AC of 21.
Kalen and Belix moved, and then before Nine goes, you hear this person say to the party, none of you belong here.
Ooh, no shit.
That's
We
what I
tried to go home.
Hold on.
none of you belong here. No shit.
I was hoping to stop you before we'd end up here.
Then why didn't you send us home?
I can't just send you home unless I kill you.
Would killing us send us home?
We'll find out.
If it doesn't, I die right here.
You are super emo.
He's speaking monotonously. I'm speaking as the character, not me.
Like I will literally verbally communicate that you are super emo.
What do you mean?
Is he the crystal?
Probably.
I've always said 4 words. I can't say anything else.
And then you see, before Nine can go, you see that purple energy start to come around his sword again.
Mm-hmm.
And he points it out at you guys, and then Sid immediately steps in with a white card, and you see this golden type of shackle come from the card and wrap around the person that you guys are fighting.
Did Sid just intervene? Ooh.
And Sid says, you should not use that ability. You could destroy the world.
Oh.
Well, shit.
And then you can see that disappointed look again, and he brings his sword down to a fighting stance. So he was about to use the ability again, and Sid stopped him.
The one that opened to it.
Yes.
Psycho.
You guys haven't really encountered this before, but Sid will make a quick statement about this is what's called an advanced law, and he can deploy them whenever he wants.
Oh, fun.
9, it's your turn.
How did it shouldn't have done that?
What?
What happened?
Oh, he got
Eaten again.
Ow.
trying to
Doesn't
figure out what.
understand the language?
Too many symbols.
Thank you.
Can I see where he is?
Where the Bismutar is?
Yes.
Yeah, he's right there in front of the steps.
He's on hour 9, probably playing.
But I mean, that's what I just meant. I
Probably
can.
working.
I have line of sight.
Yeah, you can see him. He's
No.
straight down the carpet from where
He's
you're at.
actually doing a 12-hour
Okay,
stream.
I should be one
as a
over this way.
request.
Oh yeah, if you're on that side, I'm sorry.
Was it
If
fine?
you're on this side of the pillar, you can
Yeah.
you can't see him.
Okay, I should be this way because you said move us to where we want, right?
Yeah, you
Okay.
did you guys.
No, I didn't. I asked someone to move me over, and I'm.
Oh, okay.
I did
Move
not
line
hear
behind
you say
Xantha.
anything.
I didn't either.
Okay.
That's fine.
Sorry,
Is
I was
everybody
paying attention.
is everybody where you want to be to start?
That's fine.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm still 10 feet in the air.
Yes.
Perfect. You won't touch anyone I care about. Or the horses! Lightning bolts!
That far away?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a 100-foot spell.
I'm scared.
Can we verify it's 100 feet?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85.
85. Okay.
Feet away.
Okay. Yep. So just kind of the tip of the lightning bolt will strike him, but then go ahead. What do we do?
Well, 15 feet of lightning bolt strikes him.
Okay.
He needs to make a dex save. Or he takes 8. Well, he's going to take 8d6 or half, depending on whether or not he saves.
What's my dex save?
16.
Damn it. I rolled 15. Well, I totaled 15.
ESO.
Oh, okay. Is he playing the new
Elsewhere.
Elsewhere?
Yeah, I think he's playing the new elsewhere. He's doing a 12-hour stream of ESO because somebody was nice enough to request that of him. He's got these loot cards that you can acquire, and one of the loot cards said 12-hour stream. I have one that I'm going to hit him with probably a little bit later tonight that makes him play
31.
for 2 hours with only his
That is
weapon.
Oh, that's messed up.
I know, right?
Okay, guys.
We're
So
back.
9 floating in the air gives us emotionally charged speech, and she lets out this emotionally charged charge, and it emotionally charges the crap out of him. And this lightning bolt strikes him in the chest, and
Yes! Storm for the win!
you see him take the hit, and you know you dealt damage. You know you dealt a lot, but the look in his eye looked like it barely even, like, he looked so determined. He took the hit, and he's still there. He's still
Ray
present.
no cell.
Oh, great. He's Undertale villain, number 5.
9 is...
How much damage? 31?
Yeah.
Okay.
9 is livid. She has that look where she's not really identifying anything on her face. She sees
Sure.
enemy and she's...
Okay.
I see enemy. I want hit.
We're moving on to Allure then.
It's shocking to see. The puns are real. I think that's the next emote.
The puns.
The puns.
I agree.
Rather than a hype one, I think I'm gonna do a puns one.
Yep, I'm gonna try that.
So,
Yeah, these puns.
I get a
are
charge out of
real.
playing Storm Sorcerer.
as a reminder, Allure, that's what he looks like.
Okay, perfect.
Gotcha.
Can I see a
Rosy cheeks.
marker? Because I need to mark out 30 feet.
Yep. Where's the? Okay.
Thank you.
Just a thought for you, Allure, you may not have line of sight if you need it. That's a giant pillar.
Those are
right
giant
there.
stone pillars.
Okay. I'm going to move 5, 10, 15 feet
Okay.
so that I can see.
My
So
hands
you're
are
on the
slick
corner
from
of the room.
coconut oil.
Yeah. See, you're on the corner. I'd be
Okay.
pretty
I'm fine with
much. And I need him to make a wisdom save.
Versus what?
14.
I succeed.
Damn it.
The big
I'll
cheese
go.
squares.
I will do
I just wanted a small amount.
Bull for sharing.
Okay,
Okay.
then
Small circle.
Yes.
nothing
Small.
happens to him.
Cheese
Okay.
sandwiches.
What did you use?
Not a pattern.
He's resistant to a lot of the stuff that we're gonna try and do to him.
Also, okay, good. That's illusion.
Yep.
Actually, okay, you use your spell, The effect doesn't happen, but you see Sid raise his hand and you get a judge point.
Sweet.
For using an illusion spell.
Grumble, grumble.
Well, that's going to make this interesting.
My action. Alright. And then after that fails, I am going to use my bonus action to give a bardic inspiration to Velix.
Zach, don't those have peanut butter in the middle?
No.
They're cheese.
Oh, they're cheese ones. Okay.
I would-
I figured. I just thought maybe you
I'd be like,
You use what? I'm sorry?
I give Velix an bardic inspiration, which
Okay.
is a D8 to use on a yes, that thing.
Okay.
Merge the verb.
attack roll,
Yes.
damage roll.
Yes, that.
Oh,
I don't believe you can use them on damage.
Oh.
Not damage,
No,
but
no.
attack or
Attack, ability checks,
And
saves.
right. I thought I know I had it written down, but
The Bismutar moves forward and behind the pillar.
That dude can move.
Yes, he can. Oops. Oh, jeez.
Good, he's in range now.
Jeez, I'm making a mess of everything.
That's okay.
Who is that?
which
The-
that?
The first. No. The person I'm facing. Andras?
Which one?
Right there, where Zach's finger
That's
is.
me.
Okay.
It's not like we're casting the cheese. I just want one.
That's all us for
Always
sharing.
say.
Andras.
Thank you.
You see as he's coming forward and he's kind of running. He brings out his stark white short sword again,
Ability attack.
reaches it forward, and you see this slight pulse of energy come off the sword,
Can I move my stuff first?
and it strikes at you. This little beam from his sword. And will a 19 hit you?
Yep.
Okay. So this little white beam that comes off his sword strikes you right in the chest, and you take 3 points of force damage.
Okay.
Where's that brute of shielding when you need it?
Great.
And then who was behind the pillar next to Andras? Okay. He then changes the sword over to you, and he hits you with one of those beams too, or tries to. And will a 20 hit you?
yes.
You take 6 points of force damage. As that beam, so he basically comes up and points his sword, and pew, beam hits Andras, pew, bim, 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 bim. Beam hits Kaylin.
Ow, stop that.
And he says, "Come closer if you dare." Andras.
Laughing draconic.
Andrast.
It's your turn.
Oh, okay.
You said
Sorry.
You said force damage?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't expect it to be my turn this soon.
There's only you guys and one enemy this time.
Yeah.
Fair.
It's going to be interesting.
It's gonna be quick, we got it. Well, not quick, but I mean.
Question: to use a law card, would that be my
Free action.
free action?
You can just use it as long as. Did you mark it off your sheet?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I can only create a law now
Okay.
for tier 2.
Then
Ooh.
I am using my tier 2
Praise be annoying.
to get rid of the no piercing.
Okay. That law is now defunct as well. The only law in play is 12.
And 12 was which again?
No enchantment. Yes, illusion.
Thank you.
Which honestly, that can probably stay.
I can't use whole person, but that's about that.
Right.
I doubt it'll work here.
So.
But as you think about it, Xantha, you realize that Allure used one of her illusion spells, and it did nothing, but she
Enchantment.
still got... No, she used an illusion spell.
No. He's saying he can't use an enchantment.
Right, but you don't finish talking. She used an illusion spell, it did nothing, but she still got a judge point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just FYI.
It's just the whole person probably wouldn't work.
Oh, I see. Okay, so that's why you use it. Gotcha. Okay.
I am.
You ready, Xanthet?
Yeah, I'm guiding bolting
I'm
him
gonna go shake his hand.
as a level 2 spell.
Okay.
I'm gonna shake it from behind.
Okay.
And that is a 21 to hit.
No. I'm just kidding. That's of course a hit.
And better be,
He's-
of course.
He's
it is.
good, but not that good.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Ooh.
15, 19. Oh gosh. 22 radiant.
God.
And the next attack against him has advantage.
Okay, and you see this bolt leave your hands. It slams into his shoulder, and he recoils back as it hits him, and he still has that determined look on his face.
That's quite alright. And then.
Oh, I can hear the tappy saying that. That's still your text tone, by the way.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Xantha. To end round 1.
Because I'm the last person in the group. That's the farthest I can make it. I am going to take out my light bow and launch a shot at this gentleman.
Okay.
And that would be 16 to hit.
Okay. So use a crossbow.
Light crossbow.
Yep. You take out your light crossbow to press the trigger. The bolt flies, and you can see it hit his arm, the cloak he's wearing,
Mm-hmm.
and it skids off his skin. That's
Okay.
that's as creative as I can get for you, time.
That's all I get.
Okay. Round 2, Kaylin.
Okay.
I should rephrase. I'm getting closer.
And despite his voice being monotonous, you can see kind of a weird half smile.
Mm.
I'm going.
Andres, make a. This is totally out of combat. Please make a wisdom roll with your modifier.
With just my modifier,
Yep, not your save.
that's only a 13.
A 13. This person, none of you know who this is, but Andras, there's something vaguely familiar. You're thinking about it.
Is it Randall?
You're thinking about it. Nothing makes sense to you yet.
There's somebody missing on our initiative chart.
Who?
Jorad.
Yeah, forgot him again.
He's watching the horses.
No, he's going to be in here with us because we need his assistance.
I'm going to.
He will join combat on the next round.
That's fine.
Or, well, this is round 2.
I was gonna say.
he'll get sucked in like, whoa, why was I delayed?
I got stuck. I was buffering, guys.
I experienced lag.
I still have dial-up.
At least give him DSL.
What kind of dexterity does he have?
No.
DSL's better than dial-up.
16.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to.
Ooh.
Just so we don't miss him. Pretty purple guy.
I'm gonna move him here.
Yes.
40 feet to the other side of him,
Okay.
and I'm going to smack him with my quarterstaff one-handed.
Okay, so you're within 5 feet of him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
8.
8 does not connect. Not even close.
And then I'm going to use
His AC is probably 18.
a key point
Mm-hmm.
I thought you tied it 16.
and use
Correct.
flurry of blows.
Oh,
Don't you have extra attack as a monk? The monks get extra attack?
At 5th level?
At 5th
Yes.
level.
Absolutely.
Doesn't mean I can't do flurry of blows again.
You can do flurry of blows anytime you want because it's a bonus action.
Right, but
But flurry of blows you could only do once.
Mm-hmm. Which is why I'm going to do this and then swing again.
but you have to use a key point to do flurry of blows.
Yes.
Flurry of blows?
Flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows.
Would that
First
be a
one is
puffer
not
fish?
I don't even want to touch that.
First one does not hit.
we do not speak of
But what if it was a fish?
I'm gonna text you.
Okay.
And then 16 is the second flurry of blows hit.
Okay.
Because they have
So
scales, they don't have fur.
that first strike you land, you go way over. You
Yep.
come around for your second one, and you hit him.
I do
that.
hit
We
him.
definitely
But it's like
clock.
Aquatic.
you
So
just
I've matched.
yeah you hit some weird part of them. You didn't hit a good vital part.
Ow! And then for extra attack, as a great ow, I'm gonna grab with the other hand and smack
Okay.
him with my core staff again. Do not fail me. You are you're going in the garbage.
We'll see about that.
Let me
12.
see it.
12. Yeah, you failed to hit.
On all of your attacks?
Aw.
Tyrion!
No, literally all of them are being offered to me.
I can't fit all of them.
Just do one at a time.
Here, I'll take some and you
Okay.
take some.
You take these 3, I got these 2.
Ooh, what about me? Where?
You don't have the necessary equipment.
Is that if your turn, Caleb?
At least not on the upper
Yeah.
No.
No.
All right.
Got it.
I'm not flanking him if I'm like this,
What?
correct?
That's fine.
I can't see with the bowl of branded snacks.
Yeah.
Where are you?
He's got one route of escape.
Okay, no, he's not flanked.
Okay, because I didn't know if the pillar would count.
The pillar's not a threat.
Okay, so
Did you get that?
I'll go here, which then I will be flanking.
Okay.
Thing?
All right.
That thing I sent you.
Ooh.
No.
I've been watching a lot of Harvey Birdman. I love that show. It is so funny.
I rolled 2 and 3 the first time, and I rolled them again, got 17 and
I had
1.
never seen the last episode until I watched it all.
Yeah.
Holy crap! Do you know what happens at the end?
Yeah.
Are you ready, DM?
Yeah.
Huh?
There.
Go ahead.
They're better.
Okay. Anyway, I'm going to attack him.
Okay.
Bonus action. I'm going to charge up Thunderous Smite.
Okay.
Thunder.
They're better.
Thunder.
Yes.
And
With
Uh,
advantage.
Still.
Huh?
With advantage.
Oh yeah. That's good. Oh, that's really good. 20.
That's a hit.
Okay. So we're gonna make sure this guy feels it when I hit him. I'm also going to expend another charge to use Divine Smite.
Okay.
So
This is what you call burst damage.
this
boys
is
and
what you
girls.
yes. That's 2d8, 2d6, 1d8.
And is he undead?
Gosh.
Is he a fiend? Actually.
No.
Oh, okay. He doesn't
Well,
have.
not
He doesn't
that
have.
kind of fiend
He
anyway.
doesn't have an evil aura to him, does he? Like, it would smell like horrible, hideous to me, noxious almost.
It's weird because yeah, kind of. You pick up a hint. It's man with hint of evil.
Oh.
Okay.
Fun.
Is that burnt or am I just...
So I'm just making sure he's not undead or fiend, right? Because I get an additional
No.
1d.
Nope.
Okay.
But you pick up a scent of evil.
Isn't
Oh.
that the new allspice smell?
Yeah.
And
Hint of evil.
Hint of evil.
you hear me scream out, "Foul bean, Bahamut smite you!" So we'll do this first. Do you want me to split the damage up or just total it up?
Total up.
Because it's gonna be radiant, no matter what.
Okay.
Okay. Well, except for 2d6 would be thunder. So I'll do that first.
Yes.
5 thunder.
Okay.
13, 14, Wow, that was actually very unimpressive. 23 damage.
Okay. You do this super powerful Bahamut-infused strike, and you connect. 23 total?
Yes.
Okay. You connect, and you feel your sword come down, and you feel the radiant take him over, and he, for a moment, you can see the recoil, and you see the ouch in his eyes, and still.
Alright, he must now make a strength saving throw or be pushed back 10 feet and knocked prone.
What's my save?
On the calendar.
Strength.
I know.
So,
what is
tell
it?
me- Oh god. Does that count strength or a spell?
What's the challenge?
Spell
Your
save
spell save
DC.
DC.
It doesn't say the DC.
Wisdom. What's your wisdom mod?
He's a paladin, it'd be charisma.
Or what's your charisma mod?
2.
Plus 2 is 4, plus 8 is 12. So you gotta beat a 12.
8 plus 3
11.
plus 2.
13.
13.
Or sorry, 3, because I did the proficiency modifier wrong.
I succeed.
Okay. Then I will use my next
But I
attack. So I'm level
never
5.
bumped up
Okay.
Kristra's mod, or spell
13.
saves.
do
I
That's
did.
not a hit.
Okay. Oh!
It went from a 14 to a 16.
Like
will
3
use.
levels ago.
And a
Or-
6 to an 8.
Well, wait. Before you use Bardic, you have to declare whether I tell you.
Oh, I
Before
do.
I tell you,
Okay,
yes.
Never mind.
Like a drama point, you can. But Bardic Inspiration states that you have to use it before I give you the result.
Gotcha.
Yes.
That.
Like there's.
That's significant, sweetie.
I know. It would have helped so much in the great fight.
Yes.
The only thing else I can do is use my Shield Master feat to try to knock him prone.
You can try.
For what? Oh.
It's just
Wait. Shield Master's a bonus action, isn't it?
wouldn't I get? Oh nope, never mind.
Because you used your bonus action
Yep.
for Thunderous.
Birth on spike.
9.
Good. We groovy.
9.
9.
Yeah, I like horses. And not this guy. He's not a horse.
Yeah, right?
He's a
Does a 23 hit as a sorcerer? It's like, really? Do you have to ask that question?
Okay, I float down and I'm gonna move,
You float to the ground?
yeah.
Okay.
I move 30. Yeah, I want to try and get as close to him as I can, getting around the pillar for line of sight.
Maybe we should keep distance.
You hear me laugh.
So that would put her here.
Yeah. She's seeing red.
She is red.
Technically, her skin is blue.
True. If I can get close enough to punch him in the nose, I can start really affecting this fight.
He's flanked right now, right? Well, I don't have him flanked though.
No, you do not.
Well, why wouldn't she?
Oh shoot! I couldn't reroll, but no.
Well,
Like,
Why wouldn't she? If there's she's directly behind Velix and there's a threat on the opposite side of her. Why wouldn't she
Yes,
have
but if
it?
she's casting a spell, Valix is in the way.
That only gives a +2 to AC. That doesn't change threats.
Okay. Then,
I
yep,
would-
she's
That would be
threatened.
my argument.
Okay.
magic missile is a 2nd level spell.
Yep.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about flanks because it hits automatically.
Yeah.
No, that would just be my only argument with that one.
Thank you.
I tried to set them down because I'm just like,
They're good.
Well, it's fine, but the bolt keeps
14.
ending up right in my path. 14 to hit, or 14 damage.
14 damage.
Okay, and it's 3 missiles?
4.
4.
Little horses.
And you see them.
And they have a Goliath cutie mark on their haunch.
I love it.
It's giving my first tattoo, a little horse with a rat on its haunch.
And you can see those missiles. I mean, he's standing there fighting off with Velix and Kaelin, and you see the missiles just like
Does
he
it-
takes them. You feel effective,
Okay.
but so far you guys realize he's not going down.
He's
Gotcha.
pulling, he's pulling a no-sell.
Gotcha.
Is that it for you, Nine? Where's Jared?
Is that it for you
Right
now?
here.
Was that it for you?
What's up?
Yes.
Okay. Move Jared 30 feet as close
I
as
was
you
looking
can.
at the spell idea, but I don't think it's gonna work.
25, 30.
Okay, that's it. He can do. Allure.
Oh, he doesn't have anything ranged? Well,
Well, kind of.
One more over because you're like covered by everybody
Yes.
around you.
So I can see. So I'm short. And yeah, that's most definitely within range. And can I?
Thank you.
I'll just use that.
Did you like that idea?
I
Liam?
am casting spiritual weapon. Right there.
Okay.
And it is going. The law that says no piercing is done with, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
And you can
Okay.
be radiant now. But
Okay.
The only
Spiritual
thing
weapon
you
is
can't
force anyway.
do is enchantment.
Okay. So I'm going
Which
to
just makes
have
I can't be
it
part of this fight then.
be a
I'm such an enchanting person.
Why is spiritual weapon
a spear.
force?
I'm gonna show up as
Because
a
it's
spear.
magical
Okay.
energy condensed.
And then it doesn't
Well, not
spiritual weapon
necessarily
builds
because
on
arcane
attack.
can use it too.
No, it
Fair,
attacks on
fair
your
enough,
turn.
fair enough, fair
Okay.
And it attacks immediately on your turn.
Perfect. Then it's going to stab him. Stabby stab.
It's gonna try.
It's gonna attempt to stab him.
And it uses your spellcasting modifier.
Yes, it does.
Which doesn't matter.
It misses.
Okay.
It
There is
misses.
something about
Well, what did
spiritual
you roll?
weapons that don't.
I rolled an 8 total.
Okay.
hey, he only has a short sword on him?
At the moment.
Okay. Like nothing on his person at all.
Besides what I mean, this is what you see.
I'm right up in his face, so if he has another weapon, I'm sure I
No.
can see it.
He has no other weapon.
Right.
Okay.
And then because that was my bonus action and movement,
You can attack him.
yes, I can. And because piercing is no longer an issue, I'm gonna fire my short bow at him.
Okay.
Hey, sure.
What the?
Yeah.
What did you roll?
Fix it.
What did you roll in total?
Well, what did you roll on the die? If
It
you
doesn't
missed.
matter if they're yours or mine, they're magical.
This
I
is
rolled
true.
a 10.
Summers will prove that.
I think we should try with mine, just to make sure.
That'll be it for you, Laura?
I don't want to break any
Yes.
of mine, so
Yeah,
Okay.
everyone knows.
Oh. It's like,
Okay.
It's not the same kind of magic.
So the Bismutar,
mine don't get censored on TV though.
he
That's because they can't show magical items on TV.
Ah. Unless it's Game of Thrones, that's riddled with magic.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm back.
you
We don't speak of season 8.
okay, so he's gonna swing his sword at Velix. I know your AC is 21.
Yes.
What's
And he
really
rolls in
good
that
at
corner.
Really good at
Did I fucking call it? I did too.
Joe.
Game of Thrones season
Yeah, I called it.
Natural 20.
I hate you so goddamn much.
Hey, leave Beavers out of this. Who? Beavers. He said, God damn it, that's what happened.
Oh.
That's how Beavers got here.
Oh.
Get it? Got never.
What about
yeah.
platypuses?
Let it try it. Duck it.
Duck it?
Platypuses. Duck it.
Are they really duck?
What'd you get?
A duck-billed platypus.
Okay, so
One
he
more
brings
time. Okay.
he brings his blade down and it finds purchase directly on your chest. And you
15.
feel this great thunderous force, almost like when he did the spell in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
You need to make a dex save.
15, 18, 19.
Haha! Oh, that's good. I'm using my bardic inspiration on this.
Okay. You're still gonna take damage, but you make a dex save. This does not prevent damage.
Oh dear God. 3, 5, 8, 16. Oh wait, hang on. Wait, no, I have to actually roll the D8. I'm dumb.
How did 3 turn to 16?
Hang on. Okay, no.
Or you just added 8?
Yeah, because I'm dumb.
Oh god.
12.
Okay. You take 21 points of damage,
Ooh, okay.
slashing. And you also take 8 thunder damage.
Wait, you said slashing?
Yes.
He's using a short sword. That's piercing.
Piercing. 21 points of piercing,
Okay.
and 8 points of thunder.
Ow.
You're also knocked prone, as the thunderous force knocks you over.
Bloop.
And then he spins on his heel to look at Kaylin, and tries to stab you with a short sword,
No.
which was not a natural 20. In fact, it probably will miss you. Will
I have no
a
problem
12
rolling
hit you?
for them.
Great.
I'm having a
No,
brainstorm on
why
math
not?
right now.
Okay. As he brings his sword around, you can see just a combination of colors this time, and not just purple. You see a little bit of red, you see a little bit of green, you see a little bit of blue, and you see a little bit of yellow as it circles around, and he comes in to try to get you with it, and you duck out of the way. As the sword comes over you, before you duck, you felt a tinge of static electricity.
My hair's standing up.
Yep, and he brings the sword back.
You said 21 and 9?
21 and 8, so 29 total.
9, okay.
Keep 2 of them.
She's rolling out all the good.
So I said keep 2 of them.
Andrest,
Yep.
it's your turn. You just saw the Bismutar knock Velix over. And you all heard that thunderclap. You heard the sword hit Velix and it was like boom.
And you hear me go,
Oh,
ow!
Don't let it hit you.
No, durr!
Yeah, I'm gonna guiding bolts again
Oh, of course you are.
as another level 2 spell.
Oh shoot.
What?
My light crossbow attack was at advantage. Because I was the first person to
I'm
attack.
sorry, I was gonna ask, but I forgot. Help. That is a 24 to hit. I was
Yeah.
hoping it'd be a nat 20.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I understand.
Like, how is that a pro?
A 24 will hit.
That's a pretty good spread.
15, 19, 23 points of damage.
Jeez.
Radiant?
Yes.
I'm gonna call out
Okay.
to you
Mm-hmm.
as we're getting toward my turn.
And then
In my hit
he needs to make a dex save.
are potions.
Why?
Because I'm using Sacred Flame.
I have one though.
What do I need to beat?
I have 6.
4.
Damn it.
Okay, that's a success.
I'm just gonna be like, pocket pull.
Hey Cosmo.
Hello.
What's up?
Is the fan playing in
Are
here?
you kidding me?
It's kind of.
Can we bring it a little bit closer?
I don't know.
Really not sure.
Is that window open?
It is still
Yes.
open.
You know what? It's dark out. We can move the curtain and get more airflow that way.
Actually, I'm going to do it this way. There is one of those chargers not being used.
Neither one of them are being used right now, love.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to. I'm actually like sweating.
No,
It got warm in here.
Well, I'm sorry,
you're
it's my fault.
inside a little clump.
Yeah.
Because you're so hot? Yeah, I know.
No, because I used the stove.
It was the orc.
3 points of radiant damage.
And you see your flame. And you hear him say, "You can do better than
I know I can. Watch me.
that." Is that it for you, Andrest?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Thank
be
you, Joe.
staying put.
Xanthan. Also, stream. If you can hear the fan, let us know. If it's annoying, we'll change it.
Yeah.
But it's pretty hot and humid up here in the north.
Alright, I made a comment to Velix
Okay.
that there are pouches in my hip pack. Or potions in my hip pack. So
Hope
that,
their pouches.
right. So that when he gets up, he can dig through that without me having to do waste any time here.
Sure.
As I'm approaching, I'm swapping out to grab my maul. And I am now going to
Completely surrounded.
pretty much surround him now.
Good.
And that's
I don't like
5, 10. Oh, actually, I'm only going to do this. I'm using 10 feet of movement.
What, Tina?
Make sure you use the damage.
I have all sorts of advantage because he's also flanked on the opposite side of me by her weapon.
That's correct.
That is
Disadvantage does use the Sacred Flame advantage.
correct.
Wait,
The
what?
this uses the Guiding Bolt advantage, even though it doesn't need it.
Okay, I was confused.
It's the next attack.
Yep.
That is going to be a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that kind of hits.
I am also going to use goading attack on
Okay.
him. He needs to make a wisdom save.
Of
14.
or else.
He has disadvantage attacking anybody but me.
Okay. For all of the attacks or one attack or?
Until my turn.
Okay.
And that is 1, 2. I'm going to use my bonus action to hex him.
Okay.
That's 1, 2. I need another d6.
In which case, what will that do?
That will give him disadvantage on wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
So technically he'd have disadvantage on the wisdom saving throw I just gave him.
But you hexed after.
Okay.
Is that this?
Yes.
And even so, he already failed it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So that would be 4, 5, 6, 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Sorry. 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And 4 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Ooh, necrotic.
Wasn't that a ball?
No.
Yes.
That was
That was
the
part of the
radiant one.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what
okay.
the one we got.
Dang.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
That's one of those you got rid of.
Hello, holy boy. I want to touch him with the light.
And I made a mistake anyhow, but I'll fix that the next time around this happens.
And you can see as you strike him, he's starting to wear.
Yep. And I'm going to attack him again.
Okay.
Because I have extra attack. This one is going to be a 22 to hit. And I'm adding
I wasn't.
And I'm adding trip attack
Okay.
to this one. He needs to make a DC 15 strength save.
I wish I didn't have disadvantage. Wait, I have wisdom.
Wisdom.
I succeed.
Okay, good. That's fine.
There's a bunch of
And I do another
Which what?
talking around on the stream.
4,
Questions?
8, 10 points of bludgeoning damage and 5 points of necrotic.
I'm sorry, one more time?
10 points of bludgeoning, 5 points necrotic.
Okay.
And then
But wait, there's more.
I'm going to action surge.
Of course you are.
I'm going to attack again.
Enjoy it.
That's a 21 to hit.
That's it.
Nice.
And that is 9 points of bludgeoning, 3 points of necrotic.
Okay. He's starting to breathe a little heavy.
And then one more time.
Boom. Here comes the boom.
That is 23 to hit. And I'm adding trip attack to this one.
Okay.
15 strength.
Succeed.
And that is 18 bludgeoning damage and 3 necrotic.
You did a hell of a lot of damage, but he's still standing.
That's just fine. And then I'm going to do something silly.
Action surge.
I can't action surge twice. I'm going to do something silly. And I am going to use the last of my movement.
Oh,
5,
yeah.
10, 15, to move 20 feet away from him, which provokes an attack of opportunity.
I was about to say I'm going to AL you. And will a 17 hit you?
not typically.
A 17 will hit me.
Okay.
Oh, I suppose.
And if you block the card.
I don't think that's from target practice area.
Yeah, if you play a Battle Master fighter just right, they're stupid mean.
And you see as he comes in to strike you, just quickly as you're running away, the blade turns purple.
Yep.
That's true.
And he strikes you for 9 points of piercing,
Okay.
and then 6 points of force.
Okay. So 15.
15 in total, yep.
That will finally end my turn.
Good God. Kaylin, round 3.
Get it, girl.
I'm switching to my short sword.
Okay.
You're pissing me off. And I'm
Get it.
Yep, that's I wish.
I tried 4 times to get a 20 and I didn't. Closest I got was a 17.
You actually tried 8 times. You attacked 4 times with twice.
20.
Right.
20 will hit. And then you knocked Sid with the dice.
Yeah, I know.
But actually, he didn't move at all.
Attack.
He moved a little bit.
8.
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage.
Yeah. You guys see you're starting to take the wind out of him.
And then I'm going to spend a key point for your blows.
Ooh, try your stunning strike.
If it hits. Or,
You have to do that instead of flurry of blows.
if it's done, no.
And if you stun him, that means he's out for a turn.
Please don't do that.
Please do that.
Well, see, the thing is I also kind of set it up by giving him disadvantage on wisdom saving throws.
Yeah, this is a con roll.
Stunning strike is?
Stunning trick is a
Yes,
con save.
yes it is.
So the first hit has advantage.
Trust me, I thought about which one to choose. It was a toss-up.
Brain. 23
To hit?
to hit.
Yeah.
And they are key empowered strikes.
So they're magical.
So they're
in nature.
magical strikes.
Awesome.
You said awesome, but that's not what I heard.
No. No.
And 21 to hit.
Yeah.
He did give us one enemy to fight. We have.
And
Don't make him regret it.
Don't worry, just
Don't tell a teacher.
There's one thing that always happens
this is-
when you find
I'm
a
planning
last
I'm planning for another session.
This is a warm up.
There's 2 left.
There's 3.
Well, I have 2 more for 1 more month.
Yeah.
But we should be done by next session or the session after.
Which will be 3.
Right?
Counting this one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
2 more after this. I'm planning on 1.
both
Gotcha.
of them are.
But that way we have the leeway.
Yes.
Both hits are 6 points of damage.
I got work to do. Shit.
Okay.
Each
12
one
points of damage.
And because of open hand technique,
But wait, there's more.
you can't take reactions
Again.
until the end of my next turn.
I actually had a reaction to take too. Awesome.
And I still have extra attack with the short sword.
Go for it.
At advantage. 17.
Yes. By 1.
1. And I think
What are P and H fees? I know what S and H fees are, but what's P and H fees?
10 points of damage.
Process and handling.
That's true, yeah, processing.
So yeah,
Okay, I
10 more
can do
points of
that.
damage.
Okay.
I see a lot of that in my authorizations at night.
He's weaving back and forth, but he's still standing.
I'm not surprised.
Come on, Ollie, you
Still
can
can't
do
take
it.
reaction until the end of my next turn.
Velis.
He also has disadvantage on attacking anybody but me.
Using
Until
my
my
movement to
next
stand back up.
And then if he's still standing the next time, I'll use
And
all
attack.
the debuffs.
We're
Huh?
trying.
And attacking.
Okay.
We're trying.
Because I can only
I was trying to make you go
I can
slow.
only spend 1 key point of
I take that back. Bonus action to use
Is that
second
what
wind.
numbers-
Okay.
You can do more because if you go Wave Elements Monk, some of the techniques take multiple key points to do.
I think
And
one
just
of
like
them's
if you do
Kabuki.
darkness,
God.
dark vision,
Like
those
those
take more than
3.
one. It's just that you can't, you don't, what limits you is your bonus
I
action.
heal
Okay.
for 3.
You healed
So
for
I
3?
can-
Yes.
Okay.
Because it says nothing.
I was like,
bonus action.
For,
Stunning strike.
no, Stunning Strike you can burn as fast as you want.
Yep. So I could have done that.
Alright.
That's okay.
That is a
I love you guys
24
in
to hit.
chat.
That hits.
I love my guys, the people in chat right now.
Right. That's all I could have.
I don't get anything to add to this set phase. 15 damage.
Okay.
And then second attack. Yes, second attack. Oh wait. 14. Not gonna hit.
Okay. Is that it for you?
That is indeed it.
9.
Yeah,
How much damage did I do in that?
I like horses.
Like 88.
Okay.
Use code action search for a special app with 50% off.
That's why I said I
Wow.
love chat tonight.
The puns.
Mm-hmm.
Puns are real.
It's gonna be
Your
like
free gift.
it's gonna be like a Picard thing.
9. I am going to try and. Will 30 feet put me next to him?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
you
empty
can
spot.
move.
Yep. Get me up there. Oh, all
Wait, say
right.
what you mean today?
Because he was goading us to stand next to him, and then he was surrounded.
Also, he now has a disadvantage on being all this. Is he texting?
If I'm way over here and he walks to hit me,
And that's on melee strikes, right?
that's on any attack.
Any attack.
Any attack is at disadvantage.
How does that affect spells that, for example, requires a save?
That's not an attack. That's a saving throw.
Scorching ray. Point blank.
Okay. I really, 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 really wish I had my reaction,
But you don't.
but I don't.
I'm sorry.
That you have to run by one.
Cause I was gonna do something really cool with him too.
And you move.
I'll explain when she's scorching.
Okay.
Well,
Two of them probably miss.
Huh?
Don't give it away.
Well, he's not gonna have a chance to do it. What?
Two of them probably miss.
What are your attacks?
One was only a 12.
That's a miss.
Then I had a 16 and a 20.
Your 20 hits. Your 16 ties.
Okay, Kygo's defender.
And I'm gonna say it because I'm not gonna get a chance to use them before this is over. But had I been able to use my reaction, it was actually going to let one of your spells come close and catch it.
Oh, nice. Oh, and that's 9 damage
She
from
likes
the
horses.
scorching ray.
Yep.
She likes horses.
And then question: what is your rule on spells within a turn? Are we going PHB, or if I use quicken spell to bonus action
I'm
a
okay with
spell? Okay.
Yeah.
Then I use 2 of my sorcery points to quicken spell.
Hey, welcome back, Wizzy. We're
Hey.
we're
Hello.
trying not to die at the moment, so we're doing a good job at it.
For now.
And
6 of them are ganging up on a poor defenseless human.
quicken spell to make lightning bolt a bonus action and blast him in the face with it.
I really wish I had my catch.
Catch this.
Because he was going to catch it and throw it back.
Ooh, and that hits more than one target too.
It was going to be so cool because I was waiting for her to do lightning bolt, and he was going to go no and catch it, and then take the energy and throw it back,
So
kind
it's
of
gonna pull an Uncle
like
Iroh.
Zuko in the final battle.
Holy crap! Oh, did you
She
roll
rolled
max?
well.
Oops, all 6s.
12, 18,
I'm really
20,
glad I took open hand
30, 34.
I remembered.
Storm sorcery.
He does get a dex save.
So 17 if he saves.
Didn't save.
He did save.
Yeah, it was a 16 to save, but that's still 17.
I wish he didn't save. I could have probably fudged that.
Storm sorcery for the win is right.
Woohoo!
Don't mess with my horses.
Yeah,
Or my friends, I
the
guess.
bull of
Or I guess.
You could see that almost drained the life from his eyes. If he
Stand down.
didn't save, he would have failed.
And they're static everywhere.
Sure.
Like, not even a dryer sheet's gonna fix this.
I'm gonna make this call now. We're getting ready for phase 2.
Yep. We're gonna be getting the
Oh
actual
gosh,
boss.
his
pop-
enraged
popping out.
timers.
No, not a rage timer. Just phase 2.
Allure, go ahead. I skipped your because you can't really do anything.
He can move in and attack.
Okay, have him move in.
He can move on either side and he can attack. Actually, it would be better for him to move here so he gets flanking because spiritual weapon.
Even with, I'm not making this up, even with advantage, I couldn't hit him.
Really?
Yep, I rolled a 4 and an 8.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Well,
Lord.
that also depends. Do you consider him flanked and that he has no place to go?
You guys are getting that one, yeah.
So, I mean, he'd technically be flanked from any direction.
At this point.
Bonus action to have my spiritual weapon smack him.
Okay.
It's not a bonus action.
You just do it.
Oh,
It
it's
just
a free
happens.
action?
It's free on your turn.
The only
Okay.
bonus action you have to take with the spiritual weapon is to move it.
Well, that's a 18 to hit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one. Oh. Add your mod to it.
5.
Yeah, you managed to tap him, and that ghost is almost gone, but it's still there.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
She's gonna go, fine. 15, 20. And as I enter my ally's space, I would like to use for the first time Nimble Creature for Halfling, which
What's that?
allows me to move around a creature one size larger than me
Okay.
within my movement.
So it doesn't give her difficult terrain to
Okay.
go through creature space.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna reach out, smuck him on the side of his hip where I can reach, and he now has to make wisdom save every turn or do nothing.
Why?
Choose.
What is that?
What spell is it?
Hypnotic.
Bestow curse.
Oh! Bestow curse.
Ouch.
And it's for a minute.
Don't I have a save against that, or is it just
It
happens?
just happens.
May I see the book?
As far as I know.
Because there's...
No, there's
That has a
something.
save.
Curse. Well, we're gonna look
Oh,
into
sorry,
that one.
it is a whiz save. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Which you
It
have
is a whiz
disadvantage
save.
on.
I have it written down above it. Sorry. Because I ran out of space.
If they fail the saving throw, they become cursed, and you
You pick which curse to
choose
use.
what curse to give them.
I know, that's why I said
So in this
And what's
case,
my wisdom save?
14.
Even at disadvantage, that's a success.
Really?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Remember how I disadvantaged? Remember how I had advantage and failed? I had disadvantage and I still succeeded. I rolled 15 and 18. I'm sorry. It was a
That's
good
my
idea.
that is my second wasted 3rd level spell.
She's not wrong. It's not. But just saying, it's the second time that.
Also, what type of spell is that? Necromancy. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's necromancy. So because of her nimble creature, she's going to end her movement behind Jorad.
Adventure Communist is a fun game.
Okay.
But yeah, I attempted. It didn't work, but I attempted.
So you see him kind of get down his knee and take this white short sword, and he reaches it up, and you can see that purple energy again,
Yeah.
and he brings it down, he slams it into the ground,
Ooh. Yep.
and everybody, except for
Nice.
Velix, and who's Andrast?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Velix and Andrast are okay. Everybody else,
Xantha?
Xanthip and Andrast are okay. Everybody else needs to make a dex save.
What's the radius on it?
20.
Oh, I'm good. Hopefully.
Nope.
Caitlin,
Maybe not.
11.
9.
9.
Allure,
19.
and Velix.
10, 13, 15. Wait, saving throw.
It's not an air crystal. We're actually fighting what appears to be the humanoid variant of a crystal.
15.
15.
Yes.
Okay. But Joe, he was outside when it started.
Yes, but he opened the rift by himself.
I am making my own observation.
And he made the wind start up again. Well, he made it so we could hear.
He also said we were supposed to die.
Yep. Before we got that far.
When pretty much all the crystals have told us to die.
So
All
four
of us
of you
are
rolled?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm sorry, one more time, I lost track of it. Allure?
19.
15.
11.
Okay. Everybody but Allure, you are knocked back 10 feet.
Thunderous wave.
And you, but it's a little bit more than Thunderous Wave, it's something special.
I do have resistance to thunder and lightning damage.
Okay. Resistance, like total resistance, or just half?
Resistance.
Okay,
No,
I mean immunity, sorry. I had immunity.
Didn't get pushed.
Oh, my mistakes.
Oh, no, Ned. I was
Put
there.
yourself where you belong.
I'm specifically out of his range for 20
Hey, you know what
seconds.
else didn't move? His spiritual weapon.
Yep.
Everybody takes 10 thunder damage.
Oh.
You take half.
I take
Does
half.
Allure,
No, 9 does.
does Allure take any because she made her save?
No, you take none, but you still, yeah, you take none, but you're pushed back.
She was not pushed back.
Not pushed back, you don't take damage.
I'm like, huh?
Got it. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And as he does this, you could tell he doesn't get back up. And let me see here.
So he essentially self-destructed.
Used his last breath to do this. Look, he's giving his swan song.
That's not creepy.
Not
Andrast,
just a bit.
Yeah.
one more wisdom, just a check with your mod.
10.
Okay, he's lying on the floor, but you guys are still here.
Can I make
Is
a
there a
medicine
bubble?
You guys are no. You guys are sorted out of initiative right now. You can move around the map or whatever you want to do.
I'm going to approach him.
Yep.
I am going to take my maul, put it away. I'm going to grab the marquise edge, put it in his throat. Where's the crystal?
As you're walking by, I'm going to go, Greater.
Okay.
Two of them.
Anybody else doing anything while he's doing this?
I'm
I want to make
gonna.
him. Go ahead.
I'm gonna approach as well.
You're taking two of them?
Yes.
I'm stepping back.
You bastard.
You're walking.
Ow.
I'm taking one
Just ow.
regular healing potion.
Okay.
I still have my short bow.
They're
out.
44 plus 4? Or
4d4 plus 4, yes.
And regular 2d4 plus 2.
Two,
2d4 plus 2.
yeah, 2.
So,
So
he's-
Zoda Beard has a question for you. Oh,
so
okay.
he's laying there, and you've got the sword, and you said what?
do I feel that my hex is still present on him?
No.
So that would mean he's dead. Then I wouldn't ask him this question because he can't answer me if he's dead.
Nope.
I would still
Ah.
Go ahead.
Actually, I can make it so he could answer that question.
That's entirely on you because I can't tell what he's saying or not saying because you're speaking to dead.
That's my
Only you can speak to him and hear him, right?
No, I think that technically the corpse speaks out loud.
You'd have to double check that because last I knew it was just you and him talking.
And you can see as you guys get closer, and you're taking the second.
Which would make someone's conversation with a lot.
And that was the creepy part.
All the more creepy.
Nobody, when that conversation was happening, he was talking through Grug to her. She didn't move or nothing.
Speak with dead. You grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice within range, allowing it to answer the questions you pose. The corpse must still have a mouth and it can't be undead. The spell fails if the corpse was the target of the spell within the last 10 days. You can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. The corpse only knows what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are hostile to it or it recognizes you as an enemy.
Okay.
This spell doesn't return the creature's soul to its body, only animating its spirit. Thus, the corpse cannot learn new information. It doesn't comprehend anything that has happened since it died and can't speculate on future events.
And to throw a wrench into all of that, as you guys approach, you notice that he is starting to fade.
Oh.
Well, as I realize he's dead?
Yep.
I'm approaching the pedestal where the crystal should be.
What does everybody else want to do?
I'm gonna try and get a better look at his face because you said that I kind of.
There's something odd. As you were fighting, his facial features, his structure, it looked somewhat similar to you. And you get closer, he's starting to fade away. It does somewhat look like Randall, but it's not.
Okay. Randall's evil twin, maybe?
I'm gonna go pick up my crossbow.
Okay.
Where I'm speaking to Sid. Where's the crystal?
It should be here.
Did they move it?
That's impossible.
Maybe it's.
Are you
ritual.
sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
I would like to cast Resonance.
Percent off.
It was FFX and it's advanced, right?
Yes, FFTA.
62.
You're here.
I'm gonna look up.
A little dot pops on your forehead. You are here.
Oh my god, can I reroll?
Yes, please reroll.
Like, those dice look weird.
I'm just not going to make
That
Can
is-
I go home now, guys?
You are home.
That result was
Is
almost
that
You are here.
2d8s?
Yeah, I grabbed, because I had my percentile sitting out. No.
That's 62.
So almost identical.
It was.
You still get that
62.
feeling.
I thought it was 68. Was it 62?
You are here.
62. Again, 21 perception.
Okay. You've never felt closer.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just a.
So there's no like seams in the rock for something to come down. I'm gonna keep
I'm gonna look up.
looking.
Actually, I'm just
Just
gonna
a kind of a so it's a nicely fashioned
Like-
chamber, and it's got like you're like in a rock cavern.
Okay.
Like she's going around looking for anything that could like
Sure.
place hand here,
Sure.
tip this rock, like
Okay.
It's this rock?
tip the rock, like Scooby Doo level
Scooby-Doo.
of.
I'm gonna look at you since
Crystal?
you can read celestial.
What am I missing?
Oh.
Why don't you read the pillars?
Yeah, what do the rest of the pillars say?
They don't. You only saw those two inscriptions.
Desire and link between worlds or whatever.
Yes.
What-
This
isn't-
that binds the worlds.
There's something that we can. This desire binds the world together.
Kaylin, is there anything you want to do before the
I have
next
an
thing
idea.
happens? Because everybody else had a chance to do something.
And there's 6 pillars, right?
Yes. Well, there's actually 8. I mean, I'm a little slightly off, but the chamber goes a little bit longer.
Okay.
We always
I have an
pillar.
idea.
I was thinking touch a pillar, but there's 8, and we don't have 8.
Sid,
Yeah, we do.
Sid makes 8.
Well,
Looking like,
Where the hell could this crystal be?
Can I try one
There's
other
7.
thing before everything
Oh, no,
collapses?
Yeah, nothing collapses.
Okay. The
Right
what's
now,
the exact wording of the pillars?
Desire and
one says desire, one says that which binds the worlds.
Okay, I want to go over to the one that says that which binds the worlds.
Okay.
I want to put my hand on it. I desire to bind the worlds. Anything happen? Oh, that's disappointing.
You look. I mean,
That-
you speak stoically and heroically, and everyone looks your way, and then nothing happens.
So it's these two that have the inscription on them.
Well,
Yes.
there goes that idea. Horses! My desire to bind the world is horses!
That looks so desired.
If that happens,
No.
I would lose it.
Plot twist: the final boss is the
The
horses.
horses.
No! It's the new north! It's east, south, and west.
Oh god.
Damn you!
Oh wow! I didn't think about that.
So it's desire and
I
that which
did.
binds the world.
Other way around.
Desire that which binds the world.
Yeah. We'll just, for the sake of it.
Desire which binds.
all I see is direct bill. God dang it.
I know the camera can't probably see me, but I'm. Yeah, you guys are
Kind
still
of.
here. And Sid's looking around. I mean, he seems confused.
Everyone touch a pillar.
I'm going to stand where the crystal should have been.
I'm gonna move over to that which binds the world.
Oh!
That's what.
Wait a minute. Maybe you all. Maybe you all should touch that pillar.
Maybe
Or
we should all
touch-
hold hands around the pillar.
And start singing Kumbaya.
Desire.
Why don't you shut up and try it?
Is it a desire one?
The binds the world. for it.
Welcome Christmas.
What about that creepy
It's
crystal thing
too
you
early
have?
for Christmas.
Will that little crystal do anything here?
You standing on the pedestal?
Yes.
Okay. You perception.
Dun, 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 dun,
14.
dun,
You get this sort of sickly churning in your stomach. It's not making you throw up. It's not making you disoriented, but you feel different standing here.
You feel like you need to go pay a Target parking lot.
Long Island.
There is something about this pedestal that's not right.
Can I go over and investigate
Yes.
with my arcane resonanciness?
What's your card?
I guess I
Sorry,
will.
Disney.
I will move
Target
up.
painting. I love that. Because target painting is also a military term.
Yes.
9 up there. Can I roll knowledge arcana, or what should I?
What are you attempting to do? Are you standing on it with?
Yeah,
with
I want to
something?
get up there with him and try and identify the feeling.
You feel the beginning of being sick.
Ooh.
Your stomach is turning.
Ooh.
You, as you approach the pedestal,
Mhm.
you feel that evil feeling in you.
There is a great evil here.
9.
I'm gonna start
Wait,
approaching.
tell me what your sense is again.
Celestial,
Yep.
fiend,
Yep.
undead.
But
also,
relative.
if there's something evil, it's like a
Paladin on paladin.
You have a hard time distinguishing, but you feel a mixture between evil and undead.
No.
Oh,
I'm going 9 step back.
yeah. I'm gonna tell you to get off the pillar immediately.
9 gets
Or
down.
so.
I'm gonna start approaching.
Who am I
Okay.
playing footsie with?
You know the type,
Okay.
celestial, fiend, or undead of any being whose presence or sense
I
of
am
knowledge
slamming my mole down
Hold-
onto
hold
that
up, hold-
pedestal.
Oh, I thought you were Sudokuing.
No.
Okay.
Seppuku.
I know. I know.
Sudoku.
I said it that way on purpose.
It made my brain hurt. That's
Yeah,
why
where's
I'm
Aurora
slamming.
for that?
Nope, I am smashing.
Aurora doesn't like me for all the
What
stuff I
boss?
say.
The Final Fantasy V from the Floating Pyramid.
Oh fuck!
Oh.
F that boss.
So
Yeah.
you bring your hammer down.
I am bringing it down with all of the force of frustration.
Yeah, you impact the top of the pedestal, and I mean, nothing in particular happens. You don't leave a lot of damage,
Okay.
Wait, hang on.
but nothing else happens.
Is there a crack or anything on it? Oh, good.
Hang on. I was gonna say mace. I'm gonna use my mace to hit that with radiant damage.
That's fine. But the moment that we create a crack in this,
Mhm.
I'm gonna grab one of my pittons.
Gotcha. I'm going to try to hit my mace with the radiant damage. See what it does.
I'll step back a little bit so he's got a good platform to hit.
Are we stopping 10 or 10:30?
I figure once you feel there's a good time to stop.
Okay. Well, that's already past 10 then, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to go to 10:30 or no?
I'm tired.
Okay.
But if we're like super close to a stopping point, then
Okay. Let me just recommend that maybe you guys take a break.
That's
Maybe we
that,
should
that-
rest.
That's
That's
the
the-
teacher going, hey, you guys need to take rests.
You realize that you're doing all these things, and you go on for 10-20 minutes trying to figure things out, and nothing is changing.
maybe we should take a rest. I miss the horses.
Sid,
Yes,
real quick. You're still present.
I am.
You showed up without anybody flashing a card.
As
We
a
haven't
judge is
flashed
always summoned for like this type of battle.
We haven't-
Correct. You are still present, which leads me to ask, are you here by choice, or are you here because you feel that this isn't finished?
I'm here. I'm duty bound.
So this isn't finished.
I don't understand either.
Okay. And with that,
With
that gives me an answer.
Okay.
And you said taking a rest is a good idea. Does anybody else feel the same way?
Yes.
Yeah, because I have one spell left.
Because I'm going to need all
That's
of my
fine.
Okay. So this is not normal.
Notes for you, Darian. You get 15 points on short rest as well.
I was gonna say.
Let's take a long rest.
No.
Oh.
So this is a one-time only type of deal. I will let you take a short rest, and we can roll to recover expended spell slots.
What do you want us to roll?
I need to know how many total slots you have missing.
I only
3.
have 2.
Okay, we'll go person by person so I don't get confused. I'll go sit in my seat so I can actually be seen on camera.
9, you have 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a d4.
Yeah. 2.
Okay, you regain 2 of your spell slots.
Woo!
We're gonna say you guys rest for 4 hours.
Okay.
You can use your short rest dice to heal. You guys know how that
I'm
works?
at full.
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
Well,
If I do that, then I'm at full.
What about the 2 of us?
If you only need 4 hours sleep, it's considered a long rest.
Well, but for spells.
Oh.
If it's
If it's 4 hours, you guys both get long rests.
I used 1 spell slot.
Roll a d6.
What am I looking for?
Just tell me what you get. Okay, you recover that spell slot. Did you?
used 2.
You used 2. Roll a d4.
4.
You recover both. Okay.
While we're fighting, we can't roll well, but when we have to rest
Yeah.
and get our stuff back.
I used 3.
If you're taking a long, you're elf, right?
No.
But he's dark and dark
But okay, who was Andreas pointing at?
The 2 of us.
because of all the spells. he
Because
uses.
I knew he used spells too.
Oh, okay, but he needs more than 4 hours.
Yes.
Right.
I need 8.
Okay,
But that's why I was asking.
but you only need 4.
Right, so it
Okay.
doesn't matter for me, and
Yeah.
I realized that after
You
I
use
asked.
3.
Yes.
Roll a d4.
2.
You recover 1.
Okay.
Okay. You guys have been sitting. You guys have taken a rest. You sat down, and you've been in this chamber for 4.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing I have dry rations.
Yeah, I know.
Speaking of, you guys feel hungry.
Oh, no, no.
Okay. Take off a ration if you're gonna eat.
Yep.
I got 1 more left.
We need to find a way, Brennan.
I can share.
I want mom to
Oh,
start.
I take that back. I have no rations left after this.
I can share with you.
Okay. I got 1.
That's
You
what
had
it
to choose the
was.
creepy guy, too.
What?
Miss Stingy on her gold.
Yeah,
that's
no
right.
kidding.
Like
Oh,
20 gold.
The rest of us.
We'll talk about it after the stream because we have to wrap up.
I'm confused.
We'll explain after we wrap up.
Yeah. I mean, what's
Ooh,
happening now?
Interesting.
I wanted. Velix and I are going. Well, I know for sure Velix and I are going to go and try and figure out what to do with this pedestal and why it's
Okay.
gotten the evil energies to it. I want to see if I can break it open.
Okay. Anybody want to try anything else?
I'll probably assist with him breaking up one of the
That's
maces.
why I said Velix and I are probably going to do that.
Sid is standing sort of in the middle where he is on the table.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Sid, do you have any idea where maybe this thing's hiding, or can you, as a judge, like tell us where our opponent is?
It should be on that pedestal, like everything else.
Maybe it's just invisible.
I want to
I
try.
want to. Go ahead.
That
it's
was
like the third
awesome.
time today. What do you want to do?
I want to shock and grasp the air around the pedestal.
Is that a cantrip?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you do that. At the same time, I want to try Sacred Flaming, where the crystal should be.
Okay.
Also a cantrip.
Then
Yes.
I will help
Which-
you with that, and I will use my Eldritch Blast. Those are 3 different energies hitting in the same spot.
Yep.
Radiant?
Vicious mockery.
There you go.
Mine.
Everyone spread out. Ready?
We're gonna summon Captain Planet.
You all let loose all these different energies at the
Fire.
same time, and they just fly. They hit the back wall in 5 spots.
Well, I struck down with my mace on the
Okay.
pedestal.
Sure.
But radiant damage.
And
Yeah, because that's literally force, psychic,
Okay.
electric,
Radiant and
bludgeoning.
okay.
Like literally a bunch of different.
so,
Yes, Care Bear stare.
okay.
Sorry, Tim.
This is not the person just flying. I'm just using this as an example.
Yep.
Please put this at the end of the chamber where Taya's sitting, or where Taya and Zach are. And you hear footsteps. You actually hear a very short female laughter.
Pull out.
Risa.
Pull out.
Not quite like that. Thank you.
Turn and look.
Switching from my.
What you see now.
Static everywhere.
Hold on tight, please.
Hold on.
I'm actually working on a concept like that, Zodabeard.
D&D
I've
version
been,
of Care Bear Stare. Hell yeah.
I've been working on a summoner type
I was going to,
character
like,
since 3.5.
Gosh darn it. Stop it!
You
Don't tickle me!
Yeah.
Waiting for it to load.
you see a heavy armored female humanoid looking being.
Who is he?
It's the armor is full charcoal black and it's heavy plates.
Oh.
It's a bit unusual though because you can see the helmet breaks where the mouth is,
Yeah.
Kiara?
and
Dragonlance.
she's walking up the carpet. So we're going to put her the next set of pillars.
Wait, that's a carpet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
It's a red carpet that's in the thing.
Quick. Someone threw oil down. I got this.
She chuckles and asks towards you guys, "Why do you seek to destroy this perfect world?" And then shortly after asking, I knew you were going to respond right away. She glows as she's asking. She's walking, glowing, and asking. And instantly, she looks exactly like Risa. And she looks at Xantha. Why not leave it the way it is?
Called it.
And she takes a step forward. So move her up 10 feet.
It's a big step.
Right. 5 feet. Move 5.
It's still a
Let
big
the DM.
And in Risa's voice, I want the world to stay this way. Why don't you, Xantha? Deep down, you know you want to stay here too.
We've had this discussion before. I'm going home.
You sound pretty sure of yourself, don't you? Why not abandon it now?
Because this isn't my world. This isn't real.
If you continue, we're going back to our monotonous lives.
Your monotonous life. Mine wasn't. I had plans. I had future
Move her
goals.
10 feet forward. And the visage of Risa looks at Kaylin. And with the same white glow, she becomes the exact form of Donald.
Can we fire at it yet?
I'm telling a story, I'm sorry.
Nope, that's okay.
Suspension of disbelief.
The air is just gonna start to crackle more and more and more.
And in Donald's voice, perfectly, he says, "Why must we return, sister? I can do anything I want here. I can fight things, learn magic, I can move freely. Here I can actually affect this world. There's so much to do here.
Here is not real.
We can't do half these things back at home.
Sid.
Me, more than
Let
half."
her advance.
Sid just doesn't listen. She keeps walking forward, and this time her vision switches to Andrast, and takes the perfect form of Randall. What is so great about what we had? Why should we return at all? Will my mom come back to life there? What do you stand to regain? We could just stay here and be happy.
I stand to regain everything.
And onward.
Now equal to Sid.
Yep. She actually takes the complete form of Allure.
Huh?
Yep. She will look to you as you.
That's gotta be trippy.
Look how strong we've become in this world.
Oh, sorry.
We're strong enough to do anything. Strong enough that you could even defeat yourself if need be.
Bring it.
Good comeback, Teo. And then she comes forward a little bit more and takes the form of 9. And she looks to 9.
I like sources.
And in your voice, same with you, Allure, it was your voice. You should stop holding back. We're not as timid as we seem, and she laughs with your voice. We're stronger than most people give us credit for here. And then she just stands there. Still looks like you.
You're not me.
And you see the vision of you smiling back at you.
Oh, there is static crackling off me everywhere.
She's got a bunch of bows named after her too.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately.
Will you move my mini around, please? Just turn it around.
I've been
It's
pacing
bothering me.
Okay.
slower than her.
Yep. As kind of meeting towards the middle. Move Sid in between the two pillars where Zach was sitting. Yep, keep going and then go towards Gabs. Yep, go in between those two pillars.
Yes, now back towards me.
Right there, yep. There, thank you. Anyone want to do anything else?
Okay, does she still look
She
like
still
me?
looks like you.
You're right. We're not as timid as we seem. People don't take us seriously or give us credit. But you know what? That doesn't matter. At some point you learn you can take care of yourself and others. Magic missile if you'll let me.
Okay. I'm gonna give you your spell slot back.
Yes!
You cast magic missile, and your missiles fly, and as they come to her, she splits, like a mirror image kind of split. And then, amongst a sort of half circle of where she is, you see all 6 images.
Of all of us?
You, Allure, Risa, Donald, Randall. So 5.
Fight yourselves! And 9's just crackling.
I'm just like, oh, at least I don't have any desires.
Also, we're not going to do this tonight because we're not going to start this tonight. 2 other shapes seem to come out of the pillars behind them. You instantly detect undead.
Oh!
Lovely.
You would recognize them as vampires.
Oh my god, are you freaking kidding me?
No.
Where the hell did those come from?
I'm prepared for this, damn it!
You see 5 images and 2 vampires.
You turn one, I'll turn the other.
Yes! Me and her look at each other and we go, fiends!
And we will continue this next.
Do I have the ability to charge at them?
We'll do initiative next time.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for sticking around.
Tune in tomorrow for Sand and Magic, and then Wednesday for Curse of Strahd.
Woo!
As well, feel free to contact us using the information found below the stream for ideas on what we can use follower points / dragon scales for going forward. And for those of you interested, we also have a Discord that is now live. Subscribers get in for free. Followers, you'll have to use your dragon scales to get the invite.
I want to use dragon scales to make bikini mail for the party. What?
Good night, everybody.
Thank you for joining.
Do you have turn undead?